Good evening. Just felt like coming on and doing another live stream. Seeing if this will work any better. Oh well. Let's see here now. All right. Okay, now time to change from top chat to live chat. See what's going on. So far, absolutely nothing. And I've shared it out, so that's that. Let's see here. And how are you doing tonight, whoever you are? Oh, hey, Ramblin', what's going on? Just gonna check something out real quick. Go. And why not share it out? Hey, LDG. Yep, it's evening, sir. It's evening. I looked at the clock. It's a few minutes till 8. It feels like it should be a few minutes till 10. Yep, I see you rambling. And
The
LDG.
man, the myth, the legend, Captain Trek. Also, there's LDG.
Hello, good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. That used to be my Disney spiel when I used to work for Disney. Tag team champions of the world.
And just so you know, I tweeted it out because your notifications aren't going because it's one too many streams, etc., etc.
I've only had, this is my third.
Yeah, I know, but they didn't send me out one, so
Yeah.
Okay, disconnect, you
And
stupid.
they didn't send it out for the second either.
What a bunch of bungholes. So I blame you for everything that happened on Bird Stream. Just so you know.
Me?
Yeah, it's all your fault. You sent me the link. I'm outing you right now. It was all your fault.
Oh. Okay, because I was wondering, like, when we were talking about the one that just happened with Alexander, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, because I think he was saying something, and then somebody else, I forgot who it was like, "Shh, hey, I don't want to talk about this because then if Rambling finds out," I'm like, "Where's Rambling? Is he in the chat room right now?" And then And then I like went to the store and came back, and then ramblings on. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? I gotta hear this.
Yeah. Yeah. So Captain Trek, it's all your fault. Then tomorrow he's gonna make me suffer and watch
And then-
Enterprise.
Yeah, 'cause Bert,
And then he'll
Bert
get
was
his
like-
laughs back at me.
Bert was like, well, you know, if you guys really want to talk about it, let Ramblin' know. Well, we'll have a stream like Saturday, or I don't remember what day he said. He was like, some other day we'll have a stream. And then when I came back, not only were you in the chat, but you guys were already at it. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm back. What's up? I gotta hear this. Dude, and then you know what what was funny as hell, because I was laughing so hard until I realized that was my own stupidity. I thought I was, you know how when you go into StreamYards, the stream,
is
it
my
doesn't
mic
actually close the
slow?
other stream. I was looking at the old stream, not the live StreamYards, and Berto was talking, and I thought it looked like he muted Alexander, and Alexander's still like, waving
No,
his
I'll
arms
give
and
it to him.
talking.
He's
I'm like,
he's
"What?"
passionate. I'll give it to him. He's passionate, if I can speak the English language.
That stuff.
But so am I. So that's one issue you don't get me on. It's like Picard. You don't get me on that either. Or
Oh, God.
wrestling. You don't get me on that either.
Oh, God.
Because I can go on for hours.
Oh, God.
Um,
Yeah,
Dude,
he
I mean-
can.
Yes, he can. And I gotta say, when you went on WWF the other day, was it yesterday or something? You were on somebody else's channel, and I'm like, dude, please talk about something else, please.
well, I went on it on my channel, to be fair.
I don't know. Was it your channel? I could have sworn you were on.
Oh yeah,
His
but
name.
very briefly, very
Loki,
briefly. But
or-
then, yeah, very brief. Well, and then when Drew and I did it, it was for WrestleMania, so it was actually the meat and the bones of the actual stream. So
Oh, okay, yeah, and that's fine. But I wanted to support you, but I'm like, it's like trying to support broccoli that's cooked wrong. I'm like, oh God. Excuse me. And that's not because of you. That's because
the answer to
WWF
that,
is screwed up.
the answer to that so far is affirmative, sir. Last
Yeah.
comment in your chat. I'll just say affirmative,
It's an
sir.
Alexander free stream.
Yes,
It's an
correct.
Alex free zone. Oh,
Affirmative, sir.
but and then while I'm listening
And
to
welcome
Alexander,
and thank you for coming to the stream. Sorry, LDG.
no, it's fine. So while I'm listening to you guys, I had to get in here, so I'm in here just listening, and I'm like, I got to put a funny pic that explains what it feels like to be hearing this, and then I find this pic, I put it on here, just hit me with a face with a phaser, get it over with, just kill me, please, just kill me.
Okay, Mortimus Maximus. That's an interesting name. I don't believe I've ever seen you before, but I'm assuming you know Alexander.
Well, he was in Bird's stream.
Okay.
He was the one who super chatted
Yeah.
just to I believe he is a fellow Canadian, and I don't want to misrepresent, but I believe from his super chat he is a fellow Canadian, and he I think he sided with me in that debate. I think I could be wrong, and he can correct me in the chat, and I will succeed, but I believe he was on my side. I believe.
See, I missed any super chats because that must have happened after I left because I was going, okay, I've had it. I said,
You
and
are
I
the root of all evil. You sent me the link.
said I had it. I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, I saw it. And I was just like, oh, I feel bad now. I made Captain Trek leave. Oh, darn.
And then I started my own stream, and no one came. And wait a minute, you're telling me you're on an anti-trucker stream, and I've never seen, because I always subscribe to people I see regularly, even if they don't produce content. It's like if I see them on, it's like, subscribe.
And
I'm checking out Mortimus's channel.
Yeah, I will. I can't right now, but next time I see you in Anti-Trekker or Bird of Prey 5, because I only have StreamYards open, so I can't do little dots go to a channel. But
It's a nice motorcycle. Yeah, it's got to be Canada, man. A lot of snow. Holy shit.
Ooh, is it a Harley?
VTX.
Okay, not a
1300
Harley.
Speedster.
Not a Harley, but still a nice bike.
Sounds like one.
Only have StreamYard open.
Oh, wait. Maybe I spoke too soon. I actually hadn't closed
That's
it yet.
Beautiful. That's nice too.
I was gonna say I can always do this.
Okay, but now I am going to have to close this link. Otherwise, I'm going to lock up like a son of a bee. Because I've done like 3 streams and haven't restarted yet. So
Well, that's an improvement.
that is an improvement.
Because there was one point you were having to
Oh, yeah,
restart.
that is a beautiful bike. Dear
That's a nice
sir,
bike. Totally.
dear sir, that is a lovely, lovely motorcycle. That is a lovely, lovely motorcycle. Very lovely. Very, very lovely. And there you go. You got a subscription from me and the bell icon.
Yes.
Anyway,
the Moose Rider is taking over the stream. Yes, you're right.
yes, I have taken over another one. And it's Moose Hunter, not Rider. We don't
Ooh,
ride
and you're
moose.
Stargate
Have you
fan.
ever seen a moose file, Mike? Have you seen those big monstrosities? Those things can get hit. I will tell you a true story. Okay, my uncle Bob did before he retired, drove pulp truck in Ontario. Do you know what that is? Do you know what pulp truck is? Okay, that's logging. So logging trucks.
Okay.
Okay, so my uncle Bob used to drive them. Now, a pulp truck fully loaded is a very heavy thing, and they always have the big, we call them deer killers in the front. You know what? Yeah. Okay. So I don't have to explain those. Excellent.
No.
So awesome. So he had the guy in front of him had one of those in the front of his truck. He's fully loaded. Okay. They hit a moose going downhill. And they were going roughly 60 kilometers an hour when they hit the moose. The moose got knocked over. The moose got up and ran away.
Yeah.
What?
They searched for 3 hours and never found the damn moose. That thing got hit by a fully loaded 18-wheeler going 60 kilometers an hour, got up and walked away. Okay.
Yes, Epic. Yes, Epic. Rambling is kissing moose. You're right.
Ew. They're fugly.
Now.
They're
Hey,
fugly.
now.
Although moose jerky is amazing.
Is it? Really?
Oh.
I would love to try some moose.
Or
man.
moose pepperoni sticks. Oh, those are. Oh God, those are.
Okay,
good.
wait, stop. Pepperoni sticks? Is that slang for something?
No. That's actual pepperoni sticks.
Okay, just make.
What about moose burger? Is there?
Oh yeah, they're good too.
How do you compare it to just beef? Is it
Leaner.
What would you leaner?
Leaner.
Is it? Are we talking like veal leaner or?
Yeah, both the same. Deer and moose are about the same. So yeah, both comparable.
Gotcha.
Same with when they ground it up and make a hamburger out of it.
Yes.
Mm.
It's the same. It's a leaner, like they do that with venison a lot, which is deer. And the only thing is 90% of the time when you get deer sausage, if it's made proper anyway, what most people will do is it'll be probably 70 to 80% venison, and then either 20 or 30% pork.
Interesting.
Yeah. And that's so that the gamey taste is taken away. The
Moose
pork,
jerky is good, but I've never had moose pepperoni stick. There's something about that name that just cracks me up. I guess that is.
I know where you're going for. Yeah.
Pepperoni stick. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. My dad told a story.
Long moose pepperoni stick.
Yeah, my dad used to tell a story of one time that his father decided to get back at somebody he didn't like, and he made him spaghetti with meatballs. The only problem was the meatballs were the bull's balls that they had just neutered the week before.
Oh God.
So spaghetti and bull's nuts.
What was that episode that they made him eat the essence of the male on Enterprise?
Mm. Don't know. Didn't get that far yet.
Oh, it's the first season. Okay.
And Mr. Lindell, I agree with you, which is why when I usually go for a deer sausage, I prefer it to only have a 80 to 20% mixture. The 20% of pork will give it a little bit more fat, so that it's it grills better overall. But yeah, an 80-20 isn't a bad mix.
Mm. Be nice to try that one day.
And Val Mike says, "What's wrong with those?" Yeah, my dad used to say that to gross people up. What? You don't want bull's nuts? I've had bull's nuts. What's wrong with bull's nuts? Yeah. It was my dad's favorite little thing.
The oddball thing we have in Florida here is we have a restaurant that serves gator. I got to have gator for the first time. It was all right. It was okay. Different kind of meat, a little bit chicken, but just a little weird.
Weird how?
It's a little chewier. It's got a weird texture to it. It's like it's gator. It's like gator tail that they chop up and then they make like an appetizer out of it. You can have like, and I wouldn't call it lean per se. Like I said, it was just like chicken, but it was just more chewier, I guess. And it definitely has like a been in seawater kind of. Well, it doesn't taste like seawater. It just has that. Like
Anybody ever tried octopus?
Yes. Oh, dude, sushi octopus, love it. Oh, every day.
God, I hate that stuff.
Oh, nice and crunchy. And it's got a real nice.
And maybe it's because in my fifth grade, we had to try it.
I never had rabbit.
As part of our
I've never
learning
had rabbit
curriculum.
either. Have you?
No, but but you know, it's funny. No, I haven't. But my best friend growing up when I was in Ontario, his dad was a trapper, so I've seen everything from I've gone down into his basement and seen beavers hanging from the ceiling and wolves hanging from the ceiling and muskrats and but no, I've never had rabbit.
Yeah, no, they didn't boil it, Vile. The gator I had, it was more fried. More fast foodish. Definitely wasn't boiled or anything like that.
And Thomas, we're not speaking of that area. What would you call that rambling?
Thou that shall not be named.
Yes.
How's that? Does that work?
The region which shall not be named.
It's my family from. Okay, I won't say it, but never mind. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. You started.
It made me feel uncomfortable a little bit, mainly because my family from my mother's side comes from Quebec.
Okay.
So, and then when I was growing up and I was learning about, like my father's side, my mother's side, I understood that there was like Quebec, there's like a understanding that they kind of don't want to be part of Canada. Like even I kind of was like exposed to that thought that Canadian, like French Canadians, it's like there's this divide in Canada about that, like a neutral zone. Exactly. Right. And it never made sense to me because I just don't see the need to separate. Like the only reason we separated because we had America and nobody was here except for the poor Indians. So it was different
And
when
we
America
either-
succeeded.
We either took it over or bribed them with, bang,
The only,
little.
Oh God, we're gonna go from one bad topic to another.
I mean, the only place.
Well,
you could
now
see-
here's the thing in Star Trek. Here's the thing. In every series that they deal with the American Indians, they basically treat the American Indians like crap.
Yeah.
Even in Star Trek. So you can't say that we are, that humanity has gone all enlightened, even in Next Generation, because they kind of shit all over the Indians there.
If Voyager decided to do a little spin on that too, especially with that one episode with the mark and explaining Chakotay's mark and how it was actually
Oh
the
yeah,
Indians,
yeah,
the
yeah.
Indians had a mixture of alien DNA into their code, and
Yeah.
yeah, so that was interesting. I think Voyager kind of softened the blow on that.
Yes.
But TNG totally like just made them look like we left Earth and we went to another planet, for God's sakes. Like all the Indians just got up and bounced, you know what I mean? And then
It's like,
they're fighting
look,
even there. They're fighting.
the humans, we came, you were shitting on us all our history there. So we finally left. Now you're coming back and telling us, no, you can't stay here. Screw
Yep.
you.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that episode. Okay, now I'm tuned in. Okay.
There was the one with
Oh.
was
The one with
that was the one
Wesley.
Wesley leaving and becoming a
Yes, I made a
super
mistake
being.
of showing that to a friend of mine, and I'll never relive down that mistake.
And why is that?
Well, one, he's Aboriginal. Two, um, he has very strong feelings, and wow, did that episode bring out some strong emotion?
You know what though? I mean, I kind of almost wish that we never found America, because if America was taken over by the Native Americans, man, America would have been a completely different place. If they actually had the chance and the time to expand and properly hold their land and not get like we pretty much, the eastern side pretty much took over the western side like prematurely.
The thing is,
couldn't
they
hold.
didn't believe, and I'm not speaking for every Indian nation out there, because there was different ones who believe different things, but for the most part, they didn't believe in owning the land. They respected the land. They
Exactly.
were part of the land.
Yeah.
So it wasn't.
It's
it
a
wasn't
different
just-
mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They had a more
And-
universal
and-
mindset
and-
to stuff.
Yeah, and to Thomas Potts' question, I wonder why the Traveler dumped Wesley, because he annoyed the living daylights out of him.
Yeah,
I
second
mean,
that.
what I meant to say there was,
Because Wesley wouldn't shut the fuck up.
yeah, just I'll be right back.
Yeah. But I mean, I agree. In a lot of ways, I agree with Mary. Like, you don't own land. Like, no one owns shit in this world. You know what I mean? I love how this thought of, you don't exist, and then all of a sudden you're dropped on this planet into a body, and we think we have the balls to say I own this or I own that. You don't own jack squat. Okay, you're an ant on this planet. You need to earn your right. You need to be one with the world, not try to take over the world. I enjoy the Native
Exactly.
American. They were right on a few things. That's why I was like, why don't we have it? If we had a Native American as president, I would love to see what would happen. And I know some people are going to get scared thinking they would make it. No, you can't do. No, you wouldn't. I just don't think you would. I think you would have a president that
I don't
actually.
think. I don't think it really matters anymore.
No, it doesn't actually. Yeah, I agree.
Because just to be honest,
We're past
you
that
can-
point.
right? What we need is for
people to
the
stand up for
age.
themselves.
No. We need the age of extremes to go away.
Correct.
Just to go away. Because the way I look at it is we are in the era of extremes. So you either really, really freaking hate something, or you really, 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 really like something, and there is no in between.
Mm.
On any topic, I don't care what it is. You either really, really, really like something, or you're really, really for it, or you're really, really against it, and there is no middle ground.
And the people who do believe in middle ground don't have enough power
Yeah.
and voice.
Yeah. So they're outshouted by those who either really, really like it or really, really hate it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
And according to Epic Beard, he is the world. Well, from his perspective. So, okay, Mortimus, who is the real power behind the scenes? If we're going to go into conspiracy theories.
Illuminati, I bet, right? Flat earthers.
Hey, Cinnabon.
Yo. Hey, guys, I'm going to mute for 2 seconds. I'll be right back. 2 minutes.
2 seconds, 2 minutes. Hey.
It's all a matter of time, and time is only relative.
Oh, hey, Vile. Didn't see you back there. I was looking at the stream.
Hey, Val.
Keep me in the back. I'm actually doing paperwork.
You heard him. Kick him to the back.
I'll just mute myself for now.
Back of the bus with him.
Okay, I did what he asked.
Yeah. Back of the bus with him.
Let's see here now. Since Vile wants to be in the back, he can guard the back door.
There is so many lines there that I just won't touch.
I know. This is the bird stream, so it's harder to say that without even pink supermoon tonight. Didn't know that. I had to.
DJ got put into space. What?
Yeah. Come on up, Cinnabon. You might as well. Tell us what you got for Cinnabon Bunny.
Yeah. Did you get a palace? Big carrot?
I'm thinking of stuffed toy to hump. but-
Kapla bird. And I'm sorry I
Kapla.
lost you a subscriber. I'm very sorry. I feel bad now. I knew that was coming.
I knew. What do you mean nothing yet? You haven't given your sweet little birthday bunny a present. Ah, how rude. Oh no. Don't bring him up. Don't mention him.
I plead the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Oh, wait, I'm in Canada. That doesn't exist for me. Never mind.
Correct. Canada has its own rules.
You know what's really messed up about that, though? Canadians still say that.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's because they've seen it in the movies so much that it's a popular line in the movies, right? I plead the 5th.
Yeah.
That it is actually within our lingo. That, you know, when somebody doesn't want to say something, they'll say, I plead the 5th. Even though we don't have a 5th Amendment. It's so screwed up and funny. It's true.
Okay, here's a stupid question. Do you have any amendments?
Not in the same sense that you do. We have they're called different things here.
Right.
But yeah, they're the Bill of Rights. and then there's the Constitution that we have, yes, but we don't have a Fifth Amendment.
So pleading the fifth is kinda,
is redundant, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Cool.
Did I miss anything?
No? Well, yeah, you did, but hey,
Cinnabon's a jerk. What did I miss here? I gotta read.
But yeah, no, it's actually really, really funny because it's actually within the lingo. Like a lot of times people will use that. They'll turn around and go, I plead the fifth. When in reality, it doesn't have the same meaning up here that it has down there. So,
it's like,
but
yeah, good for you. You plead the fifth. You have absolutely no right to, because it doesn't exist here, you dumbass.
well, it does. It does. Like we have the right to free, like to do that, but it's not.
It's not called the Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, it's not called the Fifth Amendment, right? So, but yeah, it's very popular within the lingo because of movies and pulp culture. That it's the gut reaction. Well, I plead the fifth, but we don't have the fifth, so it's screwed up, but it's true.
So I take it I missed quite a bit of the excitement, I should say, earlier.
A bit, but it was going back and forth. I mean, it was going back and forth, and honestly, I think maybe it could have been streamlined and just understood what one party was saying and what the other party was saying, because I got what both people were saying. With Rambling saying he was feeling insulted by what he was saying, and what Alexander was saying was just saying, hey, just don't call me this, but then he goes and says, he throws another brick into the fire and says something like, oh, I don't like, your leaf and this, and I'm like, dude, shut up and stick to your main point. Just stick to you're like, you say you made a little bit of leeway, and then you took one step forward, and then you took about 10 steps backwards. And
now he's not here to defend himself. So
I did like how you were trying to mediate. That
I did try, didn't I?
Yes, I was back for that.
Trying to, but that's the problem. But like, I'm from New York, so I learned real quick. If you try to get between two people fighting, both of them will kick your ass and then continue going. So you got to be careful when you try to play. That's a
family motto in my family.
You got to be careful, because then if I slip up and say something, then I'm getting the hammer, and I'm like, whoa.
You want to know how somebody could fall asleep during that? Let's see here. I didn't exactly fall asleep. I passed out, and
I bore Captain Trek, confirmed.
I'm not increasing my pain medicine.
I bore Captain Trek, confirmed.
I was hurting so bad. It was not sleep.
But
It was the body saying F this.
It was literally.
Been there, done that. I hear you.
I just think there was more in that cup besides A&W.
I'm like I said, he's not here to defend himself, so let's just change topic.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, let's see here. Who else has Star Trek? And we're talking classic. We're not talking anything beyond Voyager. Who else has Star Trek shit on? We already covered the American Indians, Native Americans, I should say. So who else is they shit on in the history? I think quite honestly, I think they've done the worst job with the Native Americans.
They tried with Chakotay, didn't they?
That was such a bad. It's like Are we gonna?
It was the only selling point he had, though. That they only did that because we're like, well, what can we develop on your character? Like your native, that's it. And then they even went borderline with the whole crazy gene episode, which actually was kind of interesting, but insulting at the same time, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that's not that they tried directly tying, ancient, a Native American. What's the word I'm trying to look for? Like they're shaman, you know what I mean? Like they're just crazy. They're hearing voices. No, they weren't crazy because of that. They took peyote. They were one with the, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just really weird.
Well, Captain Trek, you have a question from Mortimus Maximus. I'll let you take the lead on it. It's your channel.
Let's see here. What was TOS trying to say with the half black, half white characters?
And on that note, I'm going to go grab a coffee. I'll talk to you guys in a couple of minutes.
You better grab me a cup of coffee.
I just finished mine, damn it. Captain Trek, you remember that episode, right?
Yes.
The black half white and the white half black.
The white half black, the right half, yeah. One has
zebra paradox.
Yes. And actually, I liked that one. Well, except the end. I like that one better than the Lazarus one. And no coffee for me. Thank you.
Why not coffee? Coffee is good.
Because I'd have to make it.
Oh.
Yeah, if I want one, I have to make one right now, too, matter of fact. But I got to be careful.
My pot never is off.
Well, see, mine is not off between the hours of 3:30 a.m. and about 6 p.m. And it is about 8:30 p.m. So, yeah, it's been off for a little while.
But if I can't, Mortimus, if I can give you my point of view on that, what I think they might have been trying to do is, I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're white and half black or black and half white. It really doesn't matter. It's superfluous to waste of time to even, put any kind of subject to it, to put any kind of weight to what does it matter. We're all the same. I mean, that's the one thing that cracks me up about this world is everybody's trying to say that there's something when they're all forgetting the major fact that we're all the same to begin with. We all come from the same DNA, the same animal, the same evolutionary process. I mean, what does it matter, really?
Well, I mean, in that time, especially, you couldn't say, a black person and a white person were equal, but you've got two characters who are both black and white. They just happen to be on opposite sides. You could say we're all the same inside. You're the same as this person. You're still touching on the racial issue, but you're not directly stating in human terms, this is what we're actually talking about.
So Captain Trek, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes.
Just because I need a laugh, and I want to hear you try to explain this one.
Look in a mirror.
No, that breaks the mirror. Then I have 7 years bad luck, and I've had enough of that. Thanks. Okay, so would you think that would you place the argument that that episode inspired Roddy Piper's outfit at WrestleMania?
I would say it's possible, yes.
Okay, good. You know what I was talking about. I'm glad. I didn't have to explain that one.
I had to think for a minute, but yes, I do believe.
Yeah, you think so? Okay, moving on.
Either that or the costume designer.
Mm. And we'll just let everybody else wonder what the hell we're talking about. No need to get into detail.
No.
No.
Okay. Who's the same? I'm not anything like DJ Furry. I reject this premise. Okay, let me put it to you this way. Personality traits are different. Yes. However, inside, we are all the same. We are all human. We are all
alive.
Yes. Even Alexander.
And Mortimus Maximus, I will say that Current Trek tries to make social commentary, and I will take out the effective part.
Yes. They make social commentary. Unfortunately, it is
not very effective and not very subtle.
Well, definitely not subtle. Definitely not subtle. That was one thing that Classic Trek did well. They could make a point politically and yet not be in your face about it.
Agreed.
Yeah. So I'd be willing to make the statement that Current Trek tries to make social commentary. I would not say effective.
Oh, I'm sorry. Epic. I was only speaking in the broadest sense. I don't assume you're human. I just simply, most of the listeners of this are going to be of the human race.
Of the human persuasion?
Yes.
There, I'll give you a big word of the day, persuasion.
Most of the listeners are going to be human. We're not going to be canines. We're not going to be felines. So, yes, I believe you are most likely Homo sapien.
You never know. He could be Neanderthal. Why does he have to be Homo sapien? Anyway, now I'm just splitting hairs.
Yeah, boy.
I think I need more coffee.
Honestly, I think I may need coffee. Fortunately, I have some cold coffee. I like cold coffee, actually. Rambling, you're in charge.
Oh, well.
Coffee.
All right, so Captain Trek is going for a coffee. So Epic Beard says, thank you. I will not invade your planet now and assimilate you all. Okay, can you do that, say, next November? Or you know what? Let's see. Fishing season ends pretty much at the end of October. Yeah, anytime after October is fine with me. Just give me my May long weekend and my fishing season, and we're good. You can invade all you want. Just do it during the winter, so I don't have to go through another minus 40. Okay, I'll be happy.
God, I miss the cold.
You can have it.
I'm out of the state as soon as I can go back up north.
I didn't even bother to mute my mic. I just went in, got my cold cup of coffee, and I'm back.
And Mr. Lindell, Groovy Movies, says Current Trek is all about preaching. They do not know how to create dialogue with their views that fosters thought and debate. I'm there with you.
I agree.
As I said before, Current Trek tries to do social commentary, but they don't do it effectively and they don't do it subtly. If they do it subtly, then that will create the thought and the debate. If it's something that's glaring right in your face and you happen to hold a different opinion, you're going to, if it's thrown in your face, you're going to reach it. You're going to be more aggressive towards the message. If it's subtle and it makes you think, then you get a different reaction.
Exactly.
But that's not how these young bucks that are making these movies now. That's not how they were brought up. It's all about just like, what do I say? It's like a homework assignment in college. They're just trying to knock it out there, have a beginning, middle, and end, making sure that they're covering the budget. And that's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
I mean, CBS is not putting any love into New Trek. Yeah, New Trek is absolutely very disappointing so far.
See, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Trek has always been preachy. Just look at some of the TOS episodes, like we were talking about earlier about Let There Be Your Last Battlefield.
Yeah. See, and you can argue it both ways, right? In some ways, yes, I could agree with you, Vile. But I think a better way to put it is the audience wasn't looking for it as hard as they were back then. Right?
You mean you think the audience today is just more aware of it?
Yeah, like if you think about it, back when TOS was coming out, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a whole bunch of people going, "Oh, you know what they're going to be mentioning in Star Trek? You know what they're going to be mentioning? You know what the messages are going to be?" That wasn't the conversation, right?
Well,
But
there were
now-
definitely groups of people that hated certain aspects of Star Trek. Like there were some television stations in the South that wouldn't even air the episode where Kirk and Uhura kiss because they didn't want to offend people.
Oh yeah, and I could be there with you on that. But what I'm saying is I guess we're how could I put this to make my point? Basically, we're looking for it now, right? There's certain things within that we've been kind of that we've put up with for so long that now we're just kind of okay. We're done. Move on. Next. And those things, when we see them in a show, emote certain emotions that okay, now we're going to see every little mention of that particular topic, whatever it might be.
Do you think that has something to do with how quick television can be made today?
Yes.
And how available it is, and also how available the behind the scenes stuff is.
Particularly the behind the scenes stuff, I believe, because a lot of times, if we had known from Patrick Stewart and some of the others what the political agenda was, I don't think it would have been quite as obvious to people because they wouldn't have been looking for exactly what they were.
They're set up to look for it, and then when they're looking for it, because like for me, I get confused by the statement that certain tropes are new to sci-fi and new to shows. And maybe it's because I come from the wrestling world and also other aspects. And to me, it's like, well, this is nothing new. Like for me, one of the tropes I loathe in movies or TV shows, and I will actually stop watching a show if I see it for too much, if it's thrown in too much. And what ruined Home Improvement for me, especially once I became a father, was how useless of a dad Tim Allen is. That drives me insane. The notion of, oh, the kids are with the dad, so the kids are screwed. That mantra pisses me off more than anything else. And I didn't notice it so much until about when I was 18, when I had my daughter. And then when I started realizing, well, wait a second, even in society, you see a kid with their mom, and the question is, what a strong mom, blah blah blah. You see the mom with the father, and it's, that poor child doesn't have his mother with him. It's a different mindset, right? And
But again,
and
that kind of stuff has been in television since its inceptions. I mean, have you
Yeah.
ever watched The Honeymooners?
yes, yeah. So for me, I sit there and I look at it and I go, well, this ain't nothing new. But if you would listen to like some of the when it's brought up now, it's like, well, this has only been added in the last 5 years, and I'm like, no, this has kind of been around forever. The dad is the most useless character on screen.
Now,
I think it actually purports to an image that America's tried to show in a lot of media, and that's the men are supposed to be the breadwinners. They're supposed to be making the money, but it's the women that are the ones that are actually running the household and keeping the children in line.
yeah. Now, I do have to correct you, Mr. Lundell. It is not the left-leaning nut jobs in Hollywood. It is the left radical nut jobs in Hollywood.
Yeah, because
Because there are
technically,
left-leaning people that are normal.
I vote liberal, which it would be if you translate that into American politics, that's left. So,
Well, I would be what would be considered the old-fashioned Democrat, not the new crap.
Well, how old fashioned? Because Democrats weren't always that progressive.
Let's put it this way. Probably Johnson. Well before my time.
Because I kind of view myself as a centrist. I know I don't come across that way to a lot of people in this group, but
I'm more a
that's just how I tend
centrist,
to vote.
yes.
See-
I would definitely vote more center, yes.
see, for me, I vote liberal, and the main reason I do that is, on the grand scheme of things, the NDP tend to spend a little bit more money than they should, and put us further in debt when they got power, whether provincially or federally. The Conservatives like to privatize everything, even at the detriment of the province or country. And the Liberals, they tend to kind of hit the balance for the most part in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so and they tend a lot of like rights and stuff get passed a lot easier under the Liberal government for the most part. So I tend to vote Liberal because they're kind of the middle of the road. They don't spend a lot, but they do spend a lot, but not as much as an NDP. And
let me ask this question, since I know politics are different in Canada than they are here in the States.
Mhm.
Okay, which party would you say supports people that are well? Let's pick one. Okay, let's say gays.
Liberal.
Okay, and what is your personal stance on that? I would ask via Mike, but I think I know his.
Oh, I'm not Canadian. I don't know that system.
You're funny. You know damn well what I mean.
I don't give a darn.
If one of your sons or daughters came to you years later and said, "Hey, Dad, I'm whatever,"
They're my son and my daughter. I'm their father.
Exactly.
That's the end of that story.
Yeah, I'm with rambling. My daughter could, she's actually said it now that she's pansexual. She's dated both girls and guys at this point, and she's only 16 years old. I don't care.
That's
why
hardline conservative, and I'd still love her. She'd still be my daughter.
Yeah,
that's why I still said, whatever, because labeling is just pointless.
They're my that's my boy, that's my girl. I don't care. I got their back either way.
And I wasn't going to bring up your daughter.
Brother. Yeah, my brother, my stepbrother on my dad's side is, never had an issue. one of my best friends. He's we talk a lot about politics, and I can get into things going on in the world with him because he stays well read, and we have debates all the time. And yeah, he's that persuasion, and he's just as much of a good friend of mine as my other buddy Cody, who I've known since grade 4. So yeah, no, it doesn't bother me one way or the other.
And
I don't
that's
care
why, that was one thing I don't think that they did well in the JJ verse, dealing with a topic that they were wanting to force out there.
Are you talking about the Sulu thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I am very pro all that kind of stuff when it comes to that community, but they shouldn't have made a character gay just because the actor was gay.
Yeah.
Even the actor who
George Takei himself even was like, no.
Particularly when you have the actor portraying him saying, no, this character should not be. You might want to rethought that.
Oh no, Mr. Lucky Charms himself is backstage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Cinnamon was backstage with me too. I don't know if he was still there.
No, he wasn't. That I saw. Darth Revan wants to come out of the closet.
No, it's Mr. Lucky Charms.
It's not a closet. It's a Death Star. Get that right.
It's not a closet. It's a pea corner.
Your Darth Revan has to be a Star Forge.
Sorry. Well, I just
What are you up
this
to?
conversation. Sweating my ass off. It's like 17 degrees at
There's a
3 in the
visual
morning.
nobody needed.
So jealous.
I could describe it even more for you, Ram.
No,
You seem to
thanks.
be into that stuff.
No thanks.
I read your fan fiction.
You don't
Well,
know.
apparently he's really into moose pepperoni sticks. So
Awesome.
Well, I'm not. I'm pretty sure he's into moose stick, if you know what I mean.
That's okay. I've learned never to go on his Discord and randomly start reading the general to conversations. That's what I've learned.
Oh god,
Hey,
Yeah,
Darth
but-
Revan.
But rambling, just remember, it's not gay if you don't enjoy it.
That's what you said the other night on your Discord. No, just kidding.
Which one?
I've got a few of them.
I'm sure you do.
My main Discord's called The Asylum, and it's just a lot of weird shit. I have an entire room called Cringe Binge, and the latest one was this conservative African American reacting to a Crayola box of a human being who said it's racist because they're 2% black.
Okay.
The video is just
That's
something you
messed
have to. It is.
No,
but
no,
you-
I get it. I get it. I just
Yeah. It is. It is. I mean, we're
Uh-oh. I think
this stage.
I think Revan swallowed his Lucky Charms.
No,
Dude,
guys.
those things
it's
are like
it's-
10 euros a box.
We're about to hit the 10 o'clock porn traffic, guys, so we might lose somebody.
Oh no, we'll be fine. Revan's on the stream.
Yeah. Porn traffic's gone down now. Unless it's a midget.
Unless he's multitasking.
Multitasking. I've got 4 arms. Look
Hey
at me.
man, I got multiple screens. I know how it goes.
Look, dude, I'm a bunny, okay? I've got needs.
Now he's trying. Now he's trying to steal DJ's shtick. Look at this guy.
What? I'm an adorable little bunny.
He's trying to steal DJ's stick. Trying to steal Cinnamon Bunny's stick. Jeez.
Cinnamon Bunny?
Yeah.
So his name
Cinnamon Bun.
Yeah, his name is now Cinnamon Bunny.
Yeah.
Oh, Captain Trek. Speaking about words saying wrong. You know that one who needs instructions on how to put on her underwear?
Yes.
So she went to Target and she got an avocado. Okay?
Yes.
And she pronounced it as avocado.
Oh Lord.
I'm sorry. Who is this person?
Avocado.
I'll drop you a link. So there's this Irish girl who fails she has a whole shtick of 10 weird things about America and weird facts about America, all of which are completely normal. Nothing weird whatsoever. And she had
Either
panic.
that, or she totally misinterprets the whole thing.
Yes. She's so stupid. We're convinced that she needs instructions on how to put on her underwear.
Or how to get out of bed.
No, that
So
she
she's
needs a
your
map
mate
for.
made in heaven.
Our friend Max has counted out of 20 videos, 18 she had her mouth open in the thumbnail.
And she looks like a sex doll when she has her mouth open the way she does.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Well, this
Yeah,
conversation went south and quick.
I know you were having
Is one of the things she said was weird about Americans peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Because
Yes.
I have got that one before from some of my European friends.
Okay, do you want to know why?
Yeah.
It's the word jelly. Because to us, jelly's jello. To you.
Yes.
Okay, but jelly is also jam, preserves. you
Yes.
know.
Yeah, but not everyone knows that.
Oh, wait a second. Is this a chick that had some video about ordering pizza or something that was?
Diane something, an Irish chick.
Look it up.
Yeah. This poor girl. I'm pretty sure she needs an interpreter to read the alphabet. She needs prompting on how to spell her own name. She went to Walmart and had a panic attack. I'm not joking.
Well, is there Walmarts up there? I don't know.
No. But they are large stores. Not quite as large as Walmart, but I mean they are. If you go to a flagship store, which in Dublin there's like 20 of them, they tend to be about 3 times the size of your regular store. So she would be, because she lives in the centre of Dublin, and I go there every year. So there's like 2 quite large stores, and then there's like multiple shopping malls for you guys around her. So she should be used to larger sizes.
There's a Irish joke somewhere in there.
Oh yes.
There's also a 12-year-old sense of humor, but you know. But
Well, I will say something like I'm a merchandiser, and all my stores right now are Walmarts. But I've been to Walmart in Texas, and the Walmarts in Texas are literally bigger. I mean, they're about 4 times the size of the ones that we have here in Southern California.
she went to Florida.
Ah,
Oh God,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at.
I know. But why has Walmart never come to Ireland? Because we have people here do genuinely want it.
because you guys have certain minimum wage laws that would that they don't like. They've actually been pressuring certain governments like France and Germany to lower the minimum wage laws in order to actually open the stores and be profitable.
Yeah, my friend, she's been working there years in Walmart, and she's basically near management level at this stage. She's a supervisor, and she's getting a good wage for Walmart, but the wage that she's getting is 10 cents lower than your starting wages in Ireland.
Yeah.
Which is
And how long has she worked there?
about near 5 years.
Yeah. And this is in Florida, you're saying?
No, she's in Ohio, but the girl on the video went to Florida.
Yeah, because the supervisor in Florida, I tell you right now, that is just an employee with more responsibility. That's it.
Yeah,
You're not
that's
actually
basically what she is.
supervising
No.
anything. You're just
She's currently
the person that
babysitting.
gets in trouble. Basically, that's it.
Yeah, that's
Hired
what she-
fall guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
everything-
That's the only
everything
reason
gets-
why we hire Rambling. I mean, never mind. Get that out of the contract.
But yeah, the pay that the Walmart employees get is ridiculous because, as I said, I'm a merchandiser, so I talk to these people. And within 6 months of working for the company I work for, I get paid almost $2 more than your average Walmart employee. And that was and they've all been there for multiple years, and I got paid $2 more after 6 months.
Yeah.
And it's essentially the same job.
Okay, can I ask you a stupid question?
So your normal questions.
Yes. Where do babies come from? No, but how do you figure out the tax at the end of your shopping? Because over here everything's included. So if you calculate 80, it's going to come to 80.
Yeah, well, for us, for over here, you multiply whatever you buy by 1.065 or 1.07, and then you get the end amount, depending on what the sales tax is.
Part of that depends on the state you're in.
Yeah, because different states they'll have a state sales tax, then you can have a city sales tax, then you can actually have a county sales tax.
Yeah.
Like one of my stores is in an area of San Diego called El Cajon, and if you've ever watched that one show with William Shatner, you'll know that's the anus of San Diego.
San
Their
Diego
sales tax is higher than any other store because El Cajon has its own sales tax added to everything. So theirs is all it's 8.5%, whereas everywhere else it's either 7.5 or down to 6 3/4.
I will say, when I was in New Hampshire, that was no sales tax. So if something was 99 cents, it was 99 cents. And that's the one thing I miss from New Hampshire.
For us in Manitoba, I believe, because I think they dropped the one. So if I remember right, it's plus 13%.
I think.
Because you've got the provincial tax and the federal tax.
Crazy.
Yeah, we
federal
added
tax
all
is 7%, and the provincial tax is 6%.
Yeah, if I ever go to America, I'm going to get into trouble for a lot of things. I'm going to make the news.
Yeah,
well, just remember to put on clothes, and you'll mostly be fine.
Wait, what's clothes? Does it go well with salad?
You've never eaten a salad. I've seen your Discord.
I've seen pictures of salad, okay? My dinner
lettuce
eats
isn't
salad.
Lettuce on your burger isn't salad.
Then I have never seen a salad.
I've had
Mortibus Maximus. Awesome. I'm in the capital, Winnipeg.
And yeah, the sales tax also does differ on certain items. Like certain food items are tax free.
Yeah. Disposable, like diapers and stuff you're talking about.
I don't think diapers count, but like milk and water, most food items.
I still
we have that too. We have that too. So for grocery items, you don't pay taxes on, but everything else, it's West Hawk Lake. That is a beautiful place for fishing. Anyway, moving on.
Hey,
I was just gonna say one of the funny things is like in Southern California, at least, if you go to Subway and you order a sub, if you don't get it cooked, it's tax free. But if you have it cooked, it becomes a restaurant meal, and you actually have to pay sales tax on it.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Okay.
That is the dumbest thing I've heard.
No.
It's something Subway actually lobbied for.
Over here, basically, they just say, you want toasted? Yeah, sure. They don't tell you about it staying or on, because they're like, are you staying or are you going? Oh, I'm leaving. I'm not staying in this place.
West Hawk Lake, Hecla, Grand Marais sometimes. Those are all nice places. Beautiful.
Hey, Rambling,
Yes,
I'm going
Dark.
to give you a place. My family have lived in and fished in this area for nearly 200 years. Look up Dungarvan, County Waterford.
Alrighty then.
That's where my family
And
been.
nobody's tied a rock to you and thrown you in yet. Why?
Oh, I don't go on boats. I know my family. I'm annoying enough. I mean, I'm the person that would make the motor sound when the motor be silent. So you
Oh
just
yeah,
say,
you'd be getting the anchor, my friend.
Trust me, he's the most sane one in his family,
"Meh."
and that's the scary thought.
Well, I have Irish and Scottish family, so I could probably totally understand that one.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So I'm eventually planning on going over to America, God help you all. To visit my cousin in
I'm in
Massachusetts.
Canada. You can go to America all you want.
To go and visit my cousin up in Boston.
Oh, woo! At least it's East Coast.
Yeah.
Something tells me there's going to be a new Boston Tea Party. It won't be tea; it'll be thrown in the lake in the bay this
The
time.
Boston teabagging party.
Yeah,
by me.
Northrop haven't arrived.
I just go in, start another revolution.
It'll be Revan. They'll be throwing in the bay this time.
Boston better get their old Irish need not apply signs back up.
Actually, my cousin, who's Irish descent as well, he has a sign that says "Irish need not apply," and he's thought about shooting it. It's like the original sign because his grandpa was, I don't know what you call it, and he made horseshoes and he'd attach them to the horses and then make different equipment for horses. Whatever you call that thing. So he done that and they had a sign up, "Irish need not apply." And he just took it off the door when he bought the building because they left it on. There's a famous one in England. I'll put this in private so I don't get Captain Trek's channel taken away.
Oh,
That's a famous sign.
okay.
Yeah, just
Actually, my uncle Tommy had a bunch of those signs. He would collect them. He had ones that said like the first one. He had ones that said the second or the third one. He also had certain group we were talking about earlier about Chakotay.
Yeah,
Certain group that George Takei is part of as well.
yeah.
And he was like, he just wanted them to remind him of people he was supposed to hate but doesn't.
I love
No,
historical signs.
my favorite was, you know how most stores, so some of these restaurants will have no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So my friend was actually one of these crazy, stupid people that put on shoes, a shirt, and didn't put on pants, and went in to
Pants.
grab a meal.
I wanted to do that.
He did it.
What was
did
said?
They tried to tell him that they couldn't serve him, and he says, "I'm following your rules. I have a shirt and I have shoes. Now I want my burger."
At in the hotel that I'm staying at, please God, in August, they have a sign that says "No pants, no lobby." You're not allowed into the lobby without any pants on.
Well, that makes logical sense.
Yeah.
I want to break that rule, but no one needs to see that shit.
And yet we'll see it on the news.
At least on the news it would be blurred out.
They can't afford that much blur. Just see the news reporter stand there. Are you okay? No. He's over there. Oh God, he fell out of the truck. Why is he sliding? Why is his body sliding along the copper? They're like, oh, what's that streak? What's that streak?
And you
But-
had a normal chat, Captain.
I
Trek.
know.
You
It
had
was
a normal
so
chat.
normal.
I'll be good.
What's funny is I
Even-
originally joined the chat because you were talking about food.
He outviled Vile. How
I
does that
know.
work?
He made Vile look mild.
He
I know.
outviled Vile.
Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna
how
have to
does
change
that
my
work?
name to Darth Mike, and he's gonna have to change his name to Darth Vile Revan.
Yay! But no, if I go to a baseball game, I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to get so hurt because I won't stand for the American anthem because it's not my anthem. So why isn't that man standing? I'm not from here, immigrant. Oh no!
Then you actually haven't been to a baseball game in a while because not everybody stands.
See, you'd have more of an issue if
I'm
you went
from
to like
Ireland. There's
if
not
you went
that
to
many
like
over here.
the NFL or the XFL, then you'd have a problem. Football, not baseball.
Yeah, he wants to bring me to that as well.
Then you'd have a problem, especially in the
Mhm.
XFL because it's actually a rule.
I want to bring a sign.
So that's when you pick to go to the concession stand. You're waiting in line. You're standing anyhow.
Yeah.
Dude, I walk with a crutch. I ain't walking anywhere. I'm going to pick my seat and I'm going to stay there.
Seats.
Yeah, it'd be like, please stand for the national anthem. Down in front.
They're gonna be like aiming the foul balls at your head.
Yeah. Boom. Oh,
All they have to do is see your cane to be. Oh, okay, that's fine.
yeah. It's a big silver crutch. It's like, oh, there he is.
Mortimus Maximus, I completely agree. Also, if he doesn't yell True North during the anthem at a Jets game, yeah, he's in trouble.
Aim true north. I'll ask, can I get one ticket to the Concord game?
Concord.
All
I'm
right, just made some
confused.
coffee. Good stuff.
Wait, it's a jet. The Concorde was the fastest jet that got shut down.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
yeah. Okay. No, I'm talking hockey, dude.
Oh, you mean the girl sport?
Okay, I dare you
Ouch.
to walk up to Chara or Dustin Bufflin and tell them that.
Dude,
Just
their names
remember,
sound so
just
good.
remember that Dustin
Hi.
Bufflin is Dustin Bufflin's best friend is Brock Lesnar, so you might want to go to Chara.
So
Watch
his
a
best friend an
female
actor.
sport.
No, over here mainly girls play hockey.
I'm sorry. Please repeat where over here is.
Ireland.
Ireland.
Can you not
Ireland.
tell by the accent?
Sorry.
He is Irish.
To be fair, though, Darth, we have people here in the United States that talk with that accent. So
Yeah, dude. Matter of fact, I love that accent so much. I usually say I want to move over there for 6 months and try to pick it up myself because
Oh,
I do love it.
yeah. Don't go
just
to
put,
Dublin.
just put the Lucky Charms commercials on repeat, and you'll be able to talk like that in no time.
You know what? There's actually a guy who sounds less understandable than the Lucky Charms guy, and he made a rap. Yes, I will
Are
show
you
it
sure
to
it
you.
wasn't just him getting up in pain?
No, rambling. That's just you who just screams when he gets up and just screams at the sky. Why am I alive? But I am moving on. So, no, there's this guy who got interviewed, and it was being cold, and we then discovered that he made a rap. Sorry, he made a country music song, and it is the cringiest crap you would ever see. So I will be linking it to all of you.
And Mortis Maximus, he doesn't kiss
Yeah,
the
my-
Blarney Stone. He is
Oh,
the
no.
Blarney Stone.
No. Yeah, LD, if you ever come over here and never kiss the Blarney Stone,
No.
that's a tourist trap. It's literally you're kissing the stone and the 10,000 people before you.
You might as well turn around and kiss the ugliest person there because that's who you're kissing.
Yeah, but Captain Tech's not in the queue.
Pucker up, Darth Revan.
Preaching to the
Exactly.
choir, man. Like I fix computers. That's when I found out about well, I didn't find out about it, but I was like, when I fix people's computers, like, do I need a mouse and keyboard? No, thank you. No, thank you. Please keep that. Just bring the computer.
So Thomas Potts,
Do
before
not
I
need mouse and keyboard. Thank you.
Thomas Potts, before I answer that question, are we going to go with whatever the standings were at the end when they called the season over? Those teams make it to the playoffs, or are we doing like how are we determining playoffs to go straight to the playoffs instead of canceling it completely? Just curious.
But talking about what you were talking about earlier, I know
Which
how much
topic?
all of them. No, I know how much America loves to say that you're like the best and everything, but we were the people who were the worst in the world to vote in same-sex marriage by popular vote. So suck that egg.
Yeah, we still have people here that think that was a mistake.
Well, those people are idiots.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
No, I have certain family members that are really against that kind of stuff, and I just don't get it.
Why should
I think they're scared.
why should gay people or let's just say the alphabet community, why should they be made to suffer any less than the people who are straight?
I said to my friend who's gay, I said, look, let's be honest. Why do you deserve to be happy all of your life? You should be allowed to get married.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Sharing the hardships.
Exactly, right?
And yeah, I'd have to retake a look at the standings,
gay.
but I'm pretty sure the Jets would make it in that sense if we just went with the old standings. I think they played well enough to make it. So yeah, I'm good with going right into the playoffs. Why not?
But we had the funniest campaign over here. The no campaign was absolutely hilarious.
What was that?
The no campaign for the vote. Like,
Oh, no, you had none of the above, really?
yeah,
Oh, dude,
No.
sweet, and it actually mattered.
no,
Okay, never mind.
it's like
Man,
I
I'm
mean-
so for that. Like, I'm like, I believe you should have a vote for and against, man. And if too many people, if the majority says none of the above, then we're screwed.
yeah, but everyone, literally, like 86.6% of the population voted yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a massive turnout, and there was a massive party in Dublin, Castle, I believe.
That's because they said the first three beers when you vote is free.
No, that's in Temple Bar. Dude, you're not wrong. It's the first two.
I thought to vote was a 3-beer minimum.
No. That's to get pregnant. Vote is a 1-beer minimum. No, but our prime minister is gay, and
No, your prime minister is a queen.
he was on television last summer walking in a gay pride march, and they were talking, and they're like, how has it been the openly gay, half Indian prime minister, the first one ever in Ireland? Meanwhile, there was 3 drag queens dancing behind him. And he's like,
he was the least masculine of them.
yes, it is
Boy.
very true. But Captain Trek will tell you how I feel about my prime minister cannot be said on YouTube. I will delete channels just by talking about it.
Yes, let me put it this way: there is no.
It was so bad that Captain Trek had to mute himself.
Respect for this is
I was gonna say, what happened?
You're a roboted, dude.
what?
You roboted.
Yeah, there was a reason for that.
Yeah, YouTube's like, no, we must stop him. We must stop his agenda. I don't have one. You are one. Okay.
I am
Thomas
the
Potts
agenda.
just opened a big can of worms.
No, but so
Revan,
yes.
Revan, pay attention to Thomas Potts' last comment. He just opened a big can of worms.
Ireland is Catholic, yes, and we voted for it, yes.
Okay.
They didn't say it's still not a sin.
No, as they
Actually,
said,
the opinion on that has changed amongst
Not according to the
Irish.
Pope.
Look, the Pope's a socialist, so what can you expect?
I
It's from
kind
Argent-
of don't think that the Pope is a socialist, considering the way the church hoards money.
The Pope and the finances are two different offices.
True.
So, I mean, he's basically the.
Oh, who are you? Oh, okay.
I don't know what you'd say. He's basically the mouthpiece while the finances is run by the Vatican Bank. I would love to get into the vaults.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Ever since I was doing history class and in religion class, I've always, this is going to sound stupid, I have always wanted to find the tomb of Mary Magdalene. Because after reading it, like with basically just going through it with it, looking at it, going through history, the way they talked about it, and that her name was actually of Magdalene, and so I'm just like, yeah, why don't you just give her the bloody respect that she deserves and put her tomb where
Actually,
with the rest of her friends?
until just
Does she actually have a tomb?
they were dropped down into the same section as the Green Party.
Mhm.
They were like non-official
Mhm.
parties, and then they just came back in 2019, had like 30 seats or something, which is around what they have now.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, obviously is what they have now.
Is that your carer?
Qua?
Is that your carer?
No, it's my son.
So he's your carer.
He was commenting on things, and I won't bring up again, Trek. I promise.
No problem. No problem. I think I know what it had to do with, but yes.
You know, I really want someone to like write down the progression of the conversation that this live stream has taken from, bull testicles to,
Me arriving.
figures tombs.
No,
There is no way you could do that.
no. So you see on the whiteboard, you're like, okay, so we start here. Captain Trek starts going in a line, little blips, and it's like, okay. Then Darth Revan comes in, they just smash the whiteboard.
Did you say I didn't even bother to pick a topic? It's Tuesday night. I just screw it.
Well,
Wait, there's
I'm just glad
topics?
that this is the first time I've been able to get off work by 6 o'clock in like the last 3 weeks.
And Captain Trek, I told
Yes.
you. I told you.
Shut up. Shut up.
All I'll say is I told you so, buddy. I told you so.
You
No,
are.
Nothing
say-
worse than a Canadian saying "I told you so."
Oh, I
No,
know.
he's just going, oh, I'm sorry, eh? Are you? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Eh?
Sorry about that.
As I said, your
Revan,
national anthem. Yes.
Mosi Christa Tabarnak the Saklama. Anyway.
Are you speaking Gaelic to him?
No, French, actually.
That did not sound like French.
Far.
Mosi
Bergen-
Christa
Doon de
Tabarnak
Vale.
the Saklama the Fultael. Anyway,
Vale
I'll just
Moshi the
stop
Holly.
swearing in French now. And
Dún de bhéal mar sé de hála farbeag. Tá tú an pug mahón. Eh? Mar sé de hála.
Flemele Bush.
If you all keep this up, you are
Oh,
going to
very
have
early.
somebody else show up. Now, if you don't want him to show up, I would stop speaking in French.
Okay, well,
it's
if
like
that happens,
Beetlejuice.
if that happens, I'm handing it off to Rambling Canuck Jr.
If that happens, we're evacuating.
If that happens, please hand it off to him, because yeah.
start doing the stream.
Because
with
if you
friends.
think I can get animated, you haven't seen my son yet.
Oh, I want to. Trust me, I want to.
So your son's like anime character? That's cool.
Actually, if we went to the conversation of Dragon Ball Z, I have to bring my son in because he can quote the lore from A to Z.
I hate DBZ.
That's my
I hate Dragon
Bulma.
Ball in general.
Oh, I hate what they done to Vic Mignogna.
Who? Don't care.
If you heard what they did, you would. It's kind of an ongoing case, and the stuff that they said has gotten YouTube channels in for trouble.
Yep, and
Wait,
we're
are
not
we still
going
talking
there.
about Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, he was Broly in the original Dragon Ball Z movies.
Oh, what happened now? I never heard about this.
I'm sorry, his character or the actual actor?
The voice
The
actor.
Okay,
actual
I'll be right back.
voice actor.
Voice actor.
What about him?
No. Mm-mm. You can talk about this on
Well,
Discord, but
simply
we're not talking about
Look
it here.
up Nick Rekieta. That's all I'm going to say to you. Okay? He's doing all the streams. He reads the depositions and everything. He'll fill in on all the information. It's over a year's worth of information of stuff, but yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I'll
Put that
take your
in the
word
back.
for it.
Put that in the back room, please.
That's what she said.
That's in the back room, not the back
That's
door.
the back door.
Over
Great
here,
minds think
it's
alike,
the back
Captain
room.
Shrek.
Okay, now moving on to something a little less.
Whatever that is. 'Cause I have
Whatever.
honestly no idea. So
Oh, I'm so looking this up. I gotta see this.
because I'm just not a Dragon Ball Z fan. I've always thought it was a dumb anime.
Have you watched Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh my god, I can't believe I heard that.
I watched the first one, but not any of the redo series.
Okay, when
Well,
you say
he's-
first one, do you mean Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball
No,
Z?
I'm talking when you said Full Metal Alchemist. I've seen the original Full Metal Alchemist. I've not seen any like Brotherhood or anything else.
He's the same guy. He's voiced them all. The same guy's voiced all the Full Metal Alchemists. So
Okay.
you know the blonde dude,
Yeah,
him. It's his
Okay.
voice actor. Who that? So LD, yeah. I'll drop a link to my Discord and I'll tell you about it there.
Much appreciated. And that you can drop in the channel, by the way.
I am the channel.
No.
Yes.
He's
That's
so
right.
big. He sit in the hubaku. He become the hubaku.
Guys, I think we need to call an ambulance. Rambling just had a stroke.
I'm gonna have to put this on. Yeah, please give me a link so I can get right to what I need to see. Something about
Hey,
allegations.
LD, take this name down. This is why you're going to be listening for the next years of your life, because he does 3-hour streams. Nick Rekieta.
That's why I tried looking up, but I couldn't find it.
Look
I
up
think you're gonna have
Rekieta
to
Law.
spell that because I couldn't even pronounce that.
Yeah, and I got Nick. And Nick, I got Lacardia or whatever you said. Send me the
That-
link. I'll look it up.
Oh man, that's effort. Okay. Hold on.
I'm seeing like I'm fired permanently and
Yeah,
something. I don't know.
And I thought Darth Revan didn't like the ricotta.
What? I don't get that.
It was a Star Wars joke.
Oh, okay.
I
It's
thought by
also-
having the name of Darth Revan, you'd know all the old Star Wars legend stuff.
Not all of it. I'm getting back into Revan.
Did you did you play KOTOR?
I did, and I played the MMO
Okay.
as well. I'm
The
6
fish
level.
like aliens with the eyes on the side of their heads. That was the
Oh
ricotta.
yes. Okay.
And remember, they made the Star Forge, and they were all evil and had the big empire. And
Yeah. Well, it's Star Wars. Everyone's evil and has a big empire.
yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure Like I've even messed around in my own like talking with the guys about imagine a Jedi Empire. Yeah.
Isn't that the Republic?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, this one is like a proper empire ruled by the like an actual force. These are basically a new version of the Fel Empire.
Yeah, but Fel was still evil too. If you're talking about post everything.
But yeah, but I mean, you could have it as a new version, but you could say it's good or something like that. So
I think by definition, you can't really have a good empire.
that is true, especially for my country.
I'm seeing here. Interesting.
I mean, when you put that much power into one person,
Yeah, exactly. You could even do something weird. You could even say, "Oh yeah, the empire fell, but it wasn't dissolved. That the Jedi are like stewards until something could be figured out what they're doing."
Have a great night, Mortimus Maximus.
Yes. Have a great night.
See you, Morty.
later, man.
Later. Oh, what a nice guy. Oh, dude. Hey.
What?
Yeah. No, LD.
Yes,
he's
sir.
actually live tonight, and he's actually reading one of the appeals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's live in at 5 a.m. It's now 3:30, an hour and a half.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll drop the link. I'll drop that link like the base.
As long as
You want
it's on
it-
YouTube, as long as it's on YouTube, it can be in the channel.
It's on YouTube.
Then bring it on.
Okay.
Just don't talk about it.
We can't discuss the contents
No,
of it, but we
Dude,
can drop the link.
join my Discord, and we'll talk about it there.
Yep.
There's a load of this guy. What you should do is
All
when
about
you're
Dragon Ball news. Love me some Dragon Ball.
yes.
Okay, seriously, what is the appeal of Dragon Ball? It's just two people fighting over and over and over and over again.
Okay, should I get Rambling Canuck Jr.?
Yes, please.
We summon thee, thy rambling junior.
I mean, a friend of mine was really into it. He tried to get me to watch a bunch of episodes, and I'm like, okay, so and-so's dead. Yeah, but they brought him back to life. But they killed him again. But they brought him back to life. But they killed him again.
Dude.
But they brought him back to life.
Vile.
like,
Death
it's
in
worse
the
than
Dragon
comic
Ball.
books.
Death in the Dragon Ball universe is basically a day off.
Apparently not even then, because
Not really.
he told me that
Not
what's
really.
his face was training while
Yeah.
dead. I'm like, if he's
Yeah.
dead,
that's
why
not
is
a
he
day off.
training?
That's fun.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun for them.
Hey, Darth, I don't see you here on the right-hand side. I'm trying to send you a friend request.
Oh,
Asylum.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm offline. I'm the guy who owns the place. So
Just look for the crown.
yeah,
Darth, okay, I found you. Darth Kilhoun.
no,
Oh,
that's a different dude.
that's the only Darth I see here, Chief.
Wait.
Crown. I don't see.
All right.
Crown. Where's-
Just
Oh,
look for the guy,
EOIN.
look for the guy
That's
who
me.
is dressed like a leprechaun.
No, dude, I'm using my real name on it. Look for. I'm going to drop my real name in private.
All right.
Look for that name.
Okay. Johnny Walker. Got it.
Yep.
No, it's Mabel Applebaum.
Found you. All right. Sweet. Sending a friend request.
Thank you.
Sweet. Rock and roll. Good stuff.
Hey, you're already in my Discord.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was. Oh, sweet.
Oh,
Yeah, rock and roll.
Give it
Oh,
Yeah.
crap. He actually brought the kid on.
Yep.
Oh, there we
Well,
go.
first of all, actually
I'm
go
down
back
for
to
some
the
Dragon
picture.
Ball talk, dude. Bring it. Yes.
So
Yes. Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I just finished that arc.
Goku Black.
You know what's funny?
Yes.
Is Mrs. Bio actually just dyed her hair pink
No,
too.
that's technically not Goku Black. That's Goku Rose.
It's Goku Black and Rose is the form.
It's the
Yeah.
form. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just gonna sit back and
I
laugh
am
now.
gonna geek out here, bro. I'm a geek out. Love me some Dragon Ball.
Dude,
man.
I have a. Hold on, I'm going to show you this without showing my face because no one needs to see that shit.
Oh, hold on. Uh-oh. What have I started?
I hope it's like a Vegeta tattoo, bro. Please, dear God.
Dude, it's better than that. Okay.
Oh, a Hercule tattoo? That's the only thing better.
All right, I like Master Chief. Don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, nice. Oh,
that
that's
would be
sweet. You got the
LD.
dragon, Shenron.
Okay.
Yeah. Who am I
Beautiful.
resurrecting? Who am I resurrecting today?
All right. So,
Oh,
there you
hold
go.
on. I'll show you my little nerdy collection.
Oh,
So-
sweet.
So these are my son's art.
Is that sketchboard? Is that sketchboard?
It's airbrush.
Airbrush.
Oh, nice. Nice work. Sweet. You got all of them?
The
Nice.
metal sign, yeah.
Sweet.
Cool. I like that.
So, I'm going to ask him a question.
Hold on, he went back to his room.
I bet I'm the only one that actually
He
knows
don't
what
have
those
dude,
symbols
he
were. in
doesn't
this
have
room,
a
except for him.
bedroom. He lives in a little room under the stairs. He's waiting for his letter from Hogwarts.
Okay, hold on, he's back.
Yeah. Picture.
Yeah, I'll take care of camera.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Does seriously
Yeah,
four men watching the teenagers?
Even online, he doesn't want to be seen with his dad.
Yeah. I heard that he makes him like park 5 miles from.
Yeah, the Vile Child wants me to do that too sometimes, but I don't. And every time she asks, then I roll down my window and I go, "I love you, sweetie. I love you.
I do that too.
And that is why Rambling was arrested.
A Ramblin' Junior.
Your main theme is blasting country music. While picking this up.
No. Rambling, Vile. When your kids embarrass you, you show up, picking them up, your windows down, blasting "I'm a Barbie girl" and you're dancing away in the gayest t-shirt you
Hate
can
that
find.
song with a passion. I never do
Yes.
that.
Exactly. You're doing it to embarrass the child while you're on your way to get your hair cut.
Revan, I told you, my daughter is one of those pansexual people. She would be happy as hell if I did that. I'd have to play something like country.
Yeah, see,
Say
I'd be the
something
one
Irish,
rolling
you'll
up
start
with like
making her cry.
I'd be the one rolling up with like Johnny Cash, or you know.
No. Just roll up.
Anyway, you had a
and-
question for the boy.
Oh yes.
No, my only question is why is it so freaking popular when it's essentially just two people beating up each other every episode, and it doesn't matter in the end.
But it's got an actual story.
I've
Well, I
never
mean-
noticed the story.
Well, each arc is a different story.
There is a story.
Each
Like,
arc
it's
is a
multiple.
different story, exactly.
Okay, the boy's
Okay.
trying to talk,
Like-
Robin.
Okay. Do I have to
Like,
mute you, Revan?
Whoever was watching Dragon Ball just said they just finished the arc. Like in Z and Super, they each whoa voice crack.
Okay.
They each have like arcs, so there's
Baby
like
Ramblin's going through puberty.
Aw.
there's like an arc where they're fighting one villain, and like there's a bunch of like character development and their story.
Mm.
Yes,
Yeah,
there's
but
a lot
the
of
end
story
of
in
each
Dragon
arc
Ball.
is two people fight. One
Actually,
wins.
there's sometimes too much. Dragon Ball has a lot of filler, but yeah.
Yes,
It
it
does.
does. Yeah, especially the Cell
Anything-
saga kind of
Oh,
drove
I remember having
Can
to
you
watch
explain?
the whole
Can you
episode.
explain to them the Super Saiyan Blue to me to
Oh.
them what you tried to explain to me? Because I was lost 15 minutes into that conversation.
Oh, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. Just that Super Saiyan Blue is called Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
Yeah. Did you explain Ultra Instinct to him?
No, Ultra Instinct's like completely different. It has
Yeah, I know
nothing
that.
to do with Saiyans. Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, Ultra Instinct is something that just gives you purple hair, I believe.
No, it's like
It's a
Well,
god move.
mastered, it's like white gray hair.
Yeah. Turns you
Sorry.
old.
Anything I know about modern Dragon Ball is from Death Battle.
Hey, hey, little rambling. How do you feel about the last episode of Dragon Ball Z basically being thrown out?
The what?
What?
With Super, the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, the epilogue has been thrown out. It's not a thing.
The epilogue? Well,
Yes.
What are you talking about?
At the
Dragon
end
Ball
of
Z, the last episode, or are you talking about GT?
like at
one-
the end, the Z, because there's like the epilogue, but then they
Yeah.
just made that into GT, and GT never became canon.
Yeah, GT never became
Yeah.
canon, if that's what you're talking about. But that's yeah.
And then
Z
also
is
there's
fully
a
canon.
new one. It's called Super Dragon Ball Heroes. It's
Yeah.
kind of in the same universe as GT.
Yeah. Is that where I know now that I think it's the manga. I don't know which manga it is. I'm only recently after getting back into Dragon Ball, and I'm over the. I'm not going to say it, Trek, but I'm just going to just say this. This is not to do with it, okay? I'm just going to say this. It's just with the whole Vic thing. I'm just kind of struggling on should I continue with Dragon Ball, but I'm like, is Mortis in the main Super in the manga?
Sorry, what?
Mortis.
No, he's not yet. But they're continuing Super. It's gonna be
Yeah.
subbed, and then obviously they'll eventually dub it.
But
But like
well, yeah.
so far, the furthest canon in Super is the end of the Broly movie.
Yeah.
Because the whole Broly movie is canon.
Well, Broly's meant to be coming into Super, and I believe.
Yeah, because Goku wants to like train with him and spar with him.
Tell you something, you're probably going to hate me.
Can we
I hate Xeno with a passion.
can we talk about bull testicles again?
Yeah, that would be much more enjoyable.
LD, little rambling. I hate Xeno.
I warned
with a
you
passion.
I'd get the boy if you wanted to talk about Dragon Ball Z, did I not?
Yeah, but
I like having
Tell-
these conversations.
tell him I hate Xeno with a passion.
I mean, that's all right. He hasn't like I don't know. They're not.
It's not his position. The King of
yeah.
Kings, that I'm okay with. The fact that he's a bloody toddler.
Yeah, like the strongest character in all of the universe is a little 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally,
it's pretty
I said to my friend when we were on the train that what they should have him is they should say you should see Goku say, "Hey, you need to grow up," and he's like, "I need to grow up," and he's like, "Yeah, everyone's making fun of you. You're just a kid," and he's like, "Oh, okay." Takes a step and it's just this big rip thing, and it's like, "You mean like this?" And they're like, "Oh God, okay." What did we do?
You the whole time, so you just never grew up.
Yeah. Now the fact that there's two Xenos, I
Yeah.
nearly cried. It's like, oh no, there's more. There's more. It's like more Xenos. Oh God. But what does give me the giggles is the guards were the most useless things ever. Who the hell
Yeah.
are they protecting?
And they're supposed to be like really strong, like in power rankings, like right below
Yeah.
like Grand Priest, or maybe
Well-
stronger than Grand Priest.
I'd say that they'd have to be either be stronger or on par with Grand Priest, because
Yeah,
maybe stronger because. Do you buy into the theory of the Grand Priest wanting to kill Zeno?
I haven't like watched a lot of theories on like that stuff.
Yeah, but so there's
And
a
I also haven't read like any of the manga or anything.
right. Well, do you want me to tell you what happened in a bit in the manga?
Sure.
Basically, so you know the universes that came back at the end of the series.
Yeah.
All the angels came back,
Mhm.
and they are pissed. And it turns out that the angels have a mother who was, I don't know what universe she was in, but she was kicked out. And also in the current arc in the manga, they found an angel of a universe who the angel lost its job, was replaced by another angel. And the angel's now part of the galactic realm or whatever. The Galactic Police. He's got Z on his chest.
Well, I'll probably like look up videos and like.
Are
Yeah.
you talking about Menno?
No. Isn't
Mino
Menno?
or whatever? He's in the Galactic Police and he can't use his powers, and Goku
Yes.
finds him and fights him and shit. Wait, that's not real, isn't it? Isn't that like fan-made manga?
No, that's real.
No, I
Okay,
thought the
there you
real
go,
manga
Cap.
was the one with Vegeta getting all
What?
Planet Yardok.
Wait, went back to
and
play his
powered up
video
and stuff.
games.
Well,
Give him a kiss and tell him you love him. No.
no, that would be on camera. That would embarrass him. Just doing it off camera would be like, yeah, Dad, stop.
Daddy, no, please.
Yeah, he went to go play his video games and look up YouTube videos.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah. We
Probably.
inspired him. The Rambling, you're
Dragon
going
Ball,
to
you got to respect because it was made in the 70s. It was a
That
comic
thing's
book in the
older than I
70s.
am.
It's older than shit.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were watching He-Man, Japan had Dragon Ball, and I was so jealous of that.
And
The closest. Oh, we lost Will. Okay. Well, just,
I showed my son your picture. He laughed.
Yeah, well, what happened? Well, left?
I don't know.
I got
Oh,
shifted to the
there
back
he is. Mm.
Oh, God. His head's so
Turn
sharp.
off.
Ooh, Pontiac.
Lord.
So Rambling needs a haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to call your son? He can give it to you one for you. Wait, I need English. I could call your son. He could give you one. Just hold you down and turn on the lawnmower and start wheeling you in slowly.
That's an option.
I'd rather
Hey.
see him do the weed whacker method.
Yeah.
LD, did you ever watch Dragon Ball Abridged?
I watched all the Dragon Balls, but I've watched it so much time, so it's one big.
No,
What
no,
big
no, no,
Dragon Ball
not the
to me.
TV. No, not the canon stuff. This is a fan-made parody. Dragon Ball Abridged.
Oh, maybe. I've watched so much, I can't keep track of it all. You have to tell me the
Yeah.
storyline, and I can tell you whether or not I know about it or
It's
not.
literally the same episodes with fans dubbing over the characters. Team 4-Star.
Oh, it's possible. Maybe in passing.
Check them out; they're bloody hilarious. And they
Yeah.
actually, when I forget which android it was, the big red-headed android.
19.
Yeah, when he was destroyed
Mhm.
and Bulma was looking into his head, they actually added in a very, very nice scene where he was sitting down and he sent a message to his dad, and when you'd hear the attack in the background where his body got killed and he became an android.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's
Cool.
actually quite good to see.
I've watched a lot of the AMVs and
Mhm.
whatnot. Especially the new God. Well, it's not new, but the God Wars Dragon Ball stories. Those are pretty cool. They're getting the fan made things are starting to get really awesome, man. The work they put into it looks almost better than the actual original work, which is threatening copyrights and stuff, especially with Star Trek fandom. How
Yeah.
they're making Star Trek better than the freaking movies, so now they got
What-
these rules and bullshit going on.
What I am a real fan of is The Last Airbender. And that whole
I
universe.
No.
I want to be polite and say that say hello to Alexander and thank you for coming by. And you're more than welcome to come by later. Enjoy whatever you
Nice.
eat.
And
Well-
Captain Trek,
Yes, sir.
I'm giving you an exclusive picture of Captain of Darth Revan out for a walk, and you haven't shared it
Of
yet.
this thing again.
I had to,
Oh,
Revan.
Lord.
You're obsessed with this, dude.
It's funny.
Where
It is not.
shipping.
But LD, don't you like The Last Airbender?
Okay. As far as The Last Airbender is concerned, I love the series.
That's what I'm on about.
frickin' hated the ending. Ending
Wait.
was horrible.
Are you talking about Korra?
No, I'm talking about freaking like the guy with the glowing eyes and the finish the
Yeah.
ending in like one sweep. It was just so anticlimactic.
The big battle that
Yes.
lasted a good.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I just didn't like it. It's been so long since I watched it too, so don't ask me about details. All I know is
No,
I
I
love
know.
Airbender, but the ending was just so done.
Well, you
Once
might
and
enjoy.
done.
You might like this. They're after releasing the first of 2 books on Avatar Kyoshi.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was totally into the concept, the whole thing, but like I said, the ending was like a Voltron ending. It just
Mm.
I expected
re-
more. I really
I-
wanted some new stuff that they didn't. He
Korra.
just became
They added
God
in
and
an
he just
entire.
finished it.
They added in an entire new avatar. You'll hate that. Trust me, you'll hate Korra. But I can tell that you will hate Korra. She literally turns into a spirit monster in one
Oh,
bit. Yeah, and you see the original Avatar.
Oh really? Oh, the
Yeah.
original first Avatar.
first
Oh,
Avatar.
That's cool.
Avatar 1.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, you're like cool.
Hell yeah.
But Kyoshi, my God, she's a beast. I'm on the fan group I'm in on Facebook. There's this Brazilian girl, and her and her girlfriend are cosplaying Kyoshi, and her girlfriend, who's the only thing I'm okay with her having a girlfriend, but the only thing I don't really like is the fact that she's wearing near enough modern looking clothes
Mhm.
when it's set like hundreds of years ago. Because Kyoshi was 234 when she died. Then Roku was like 101. And Aang was in the iceberg for 100 years. So that was like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So those costumes should be a lot different. But even show something similar to the way that they're coming to the modern look.
Yeah, I hear you. And you know what? A lot of that has to do with the production and the people, and I'm sure there's other things.
Oh, they're making a
involved.
live action series.
Oh God.
Oh, as long as they're not okay. One thing about Dragon Ball that sucked was that freaking movie they made.
What movie?
Goku
That
in
didn't
high
exist.
school.
That was a
Yeah,
nightmare.
nah, I don't know what you're talking about. It was a nightmare. It actually was a nightmare. Yes.
Yeah. When I get my
You know
gaming
what-
PC,
you know what that movie did? You know what that movie did? That officially bumped Street Fighter from being the worst movie I ever saw. Because that was
No,
it. It was
there's-
Street Fighter
there's
and
one
Whoa,
thing-
whoa. Street Fighter
Uh-oh.
was freaking awesome.
Who's on acid? Please give me some.
Just
Yeah.
watch that movie
Better-
and enjoy.
Are we talking about
Roller
we're not
Coaster
talking about the
performance.
animation movie. The animation
No,
movie
no,
was
no, no.
badass. I'm talking
Van
about
Damme.
the Jean-Claude Van
Yeah.
Damme piece of crap of Street Fighter movie.
LD.
Okay.
Walt
Well-
Julia's performance in that movie was awesome. I loved that movie for his performance alone.
Okay,
LD.
so
There's
let-
one thing you have to thank Evolution for. Evolution was so bad, it got Toei back off his ass, and he made Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, I
So-
hope. Thank God. Thank God. It was the only thing because that movie sucked.
Well,
Sucked.
actually, he made
Okay, but-
the 2 movies and then Super. Sorry, go ahead, Ramlin.
Well, what was worse, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
The last Airbender
Mortal
movies.
Street
Kombat
Fighter.
Annihilation was so much worse.
Street Fighter, even though
I
Mortal
agree,
Kombat
Vile.
Annihilation was
I
pretty
agree.
bad.
The last
was pretty bad.
Airbender movie, dude. I'll tell you how bad the last Airbender movie. LD, did you watch the last Airbender movie?
Don't think so.
Oh God. Okay. So
Okay,
I pretty much stopped the last episode.
And I'm going to say something that's going to piss both of y'all off then. I've never
What?
watched a single episode of Airbender or anything else related to it, but I have seen the movie and I watched it. I was like, hey, this isn't that bad.
Dude, if you watch the anime, if you watch like the cartoon, you'll realize why it's awful.
That's what everybody says, and I have no interest in watching the anime, even though my daughter is like, Dad, come on.
Please, you adopted me for this.
You know what that
You're not
reminds
adopted.
me of, Lyle? Is when somebody watches a Stephen King movie and goes, "That's really awesome," and then we go read the book, dude.
Okay.
Okay, but I
Firebender.
can't read Stephen King books anymore because I can't stand him as a person.
Oh, okay.
Firebenders create fire from their
Or
hand.
watch a movie that a really good book was written on, or Lord of the Rings. There's another good one.
Every single firebender can firebend from their hands. And they are not Indian. They are Japanese. The entire Fire Nation is based on feudal Japan, except for the country that's based on Greenland. But the people and their architecture is based on feudal Japan. Azula is a badass lightning bender. Zuko goes on this brilliant arc. He's not some little wine bag guy, and his tattoo, his burn on his face is not some little skin irritation. He can barely open his eye. Aang is not a little white kid. He's a Tibetan kid, and his name is not Ong. My name's Ong. No, it's.
I haven't seen the original show, so I have no frame of reference. You're talking gibberish to me.
No, you're talking gibberish, sir, for anything from that movie.
All I said is it wasn't. I didn't think it was that bad compared to what everyone else was saying.
If you watch,
it was a great first movie though. After a game or cartoon, was the original Mortal Kombat. That was the shite. Oh my god, loved it.
I've never seen it.
The original Mortal Kombat when it first came out, because I mean that game came out of nowhere. Like I remember the first day I saw Mortal Kombat, I was in an arcade walking around and oh, what's this game? Turned my head and the first thing I saw was Sub-Zero's fatality, and I fell in love with.
Those were $500 glasses, you asshole.
Yeah, the was probably the best live action video game based movie in a long time.
I mean, it was pumped. You went to that movie, everybody was screaming. I know for a fact, like you couldn't hear a thing when Reptile. Oh shit! It was great.
Those were $500 glasses, you asshole.
Then again, I still enjoy the original Super Mario Brothers movie.
I'm going to make you all cry. It was announced that they are making a brand new Super Mario Brothers movie. Not a sequel, a brand new one.
Reboot.
Yes, with Brie Larson as Princess Peach.
Okay.
All right, I don't care. I don't have Brie Larson hate like you guys do.
Remember the wizard?
As long as she plays the character good, I don't give a damn.
I don't care.
Yeah. To me, it's like it's just another like Johnny Depp. I hate Johnny Depp as a person, but I like a lot of his characters.
I hate Amber Heard for what she done to him.
I don't know about that though.
Yeah, another thing I can't go into. Thanks, YouTube.
But no, that first Mortal Kombat movie was good. The second one,
was awesome.
I mean, the soundtrack to that first one was awesome too.
Oh hell yeah, it was.
I'm going to give you a
I
laugh.
still listen to that. What was it? The Immortals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's an awesome song.
I'm going to give you a laugh. I own a movie that should not exist. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. The extended edition of Titanic.
Okay. Dude, that was a great comedy, bro. That was like a very good comedy when that guy jumped off the back and it was like, that's a 10, and then he hits the propeller. I started laughing so hard, bro. The whole freaking theater room heard me cracking up on that.
Dude. Dude,
I ruined it for everybody because I told them it would sync
Okay.
before the movie started.
Dude, okay, I've got a logic question for you for Titanic.
Sorry. Go ahead, Revan.
Okay,
Logic,
so
you. Logic,
in
go ahead.
In Titanic. So, El Biddy dies at the end of Titanic after dropping a multi-million. Sorry, first of all, she kept a multi-million-dollar jewel, and she had children and grandchildren, and all those times, I'm sure they could have gone, oh man, we're short of money. I wish, struggling for money. There's something we could do, and she's like, I've got this diamond.
No, she probably told him it was fake, though.
She probably didn't even tell him she had it. And then she went and dropped it into the water. It's like, Grandma, you're going in after it. Go on. So when she dies and she goes to heaven, and she saw Titanic. So everyone she sees there, she knows. Why is there not nobody from her present? Why is the father of her kids not there? Yeah.
Wait. Cinnamon Bun is bringing up the time-honored argument whether it was the Titanic that's at the bottom of the Atlantic or if it was the Olympic.
Actually, that's been answered. The Olympics.
Oh, I know it's been answered.
Yeah,
it's the Titanic.
Yes, but I'm just going to say it to Cinnabon. So the blade, the propeller on the Titanic, up until a certain point, it was the same as the Olympic.
Nope.
And no,
Nope.
but
Nope.
Okay, which part was it then?
The you're right in signaling out the propeller.
Yes, because it had
The
Olympic.
problem is it was never the same as the Olympic.
Well, it had
all-
Olympic
every-
on it anyway.
No, every ship has its own stamp number.
Yes.
And the dock number for Olympic, if I remember right, and I'm just pulling this out of the top of my head, was 0004, and Titanic is 0005, I think.
Well, a
When's it
recent documentary I saw said that one of the propellers was damaged.
Yes, the Olympics.
No, it said the Titanic's was.
No,
But
then
did
they're
you hear about
wrong.
the fire?
It's Olympics. Yes.
Yes. I think that, dear God. And the judge said, I do not want to hear anything about this fire.
Yeah, but yes, they believe that there was a small fire that wasn't supposed to be there when they left Liverpool. Yes, but
Oh,
no,
wasn't
the pool, or not Liverpool,
Belfast.
Belfast. Thank you. But no, the propeller was the Olympic. The Olympic, because that's when people figured that they did the switch. Was when the Olympic was in for.
So the Olympic
repairs.
had Titanic propeller.
No,
Sorry, is this some sort of conspiracy theory?
Yes.
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 Oh God. Okay.
Yes. So basically, the idea is when the Olympic is in dry dock getting repaired from accidentally colliding with another ship, that they did a switch. And they switched out all of the interior of the Olympic with the Titanic, switched out the Titanic with the Olympic, and then it was actually the Olympic that sunk so that they could get the money on it and keep the Titanic going.
The main problem is a lot of the footage that you see of the Titanic is actually the Olympic.
Yes.
That's the main thing, because the image of that ship has gone into people's head. So when
Yeah.
you see the Titanic, you're like, wait, there's slight differences. Because if you count, I don't know what holes it is. Is it the windows or what? Because they said if you count a certain number of holes on the Titanic, then
Yes.
count it on the Olympic,
It's
they don't
different.
match. Yeah. And something about the stacks, the steam stacks, either they're in the wrong position or
No,
there's
they're all
too
the
many.
same. No,
Yeah, but they're-
because in the Olympic class of ship there was 4 stacks, but only 3 of them were actually functional. And then, but the main gist of the conspiracy theory and where the major plot hole happens is there just wasn't enough time. There was not enough time to swap the ships.
Excuse me.
So
Yeah.
it falls apart under any scrutiny. But it's a nice thought. But no, it's
I never heard
absolutely
about
right.
this.
Well, I've
Olympic
never actually heard about this
relation.
conspiracy theory before,
Yeah.
but it's not like a conspiracy theory needs a lot of rationale for people to believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the idea is that the White Star Line, because the Olympic gets into an accident where it hits a British sailing ship, like a naval ship,
Yes.
and significant damage is done to the Olympic. So basically, what happens is. It was technically, by all accounts, it was the military ship's fault, but for some reason, the government-run overseeing tribunal on it ruled in favor of the military ship. Not sure why. So then basically, they're on the hook for the damages. And then the other problem is that so what the theory is what they did was they switched it because they were going to go bankrupt was the theory. So what they did was they patch up the Olympic as the best they can. They rebranded the Titanic. The plan is to sink the Olympic in the middle of the in the middle of the ocean, saying it's the Titanic. They have extra insurance on the Titanic, which is kind of true and kind of shady, but oh well. So the ship sinks. They're supposed to have ships within the area to collect the survivors. No harm, no foul. The ship sinks. They collect the insurance money. Boom, they're back flush. They have money, and they still have the Titanic/Olympic to carry on. That's the gist of the conspiracy theory.
And what makes me laugh is no one ever brings up anything to do with the Britannic.
Well, no, because that hit a mine and went boom.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
but
that
it
was
was
decades later.
Yes.
But no, but it's like, hey, dude, they also have a third ship. Why is it not the Britannic?
And it was actually the biggest out of all the Three Sisters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And I would say I think the Britannic actually wasn't finished by the time the Titanic sank.
No,
I'm not sure about that though.
no, it wasn't because they had only laid the keel when. Sorry, they had only laid the keel when the Titanic was done, and technically it got put on hold. And then the call for war was what actually got the government to kick in money to finish the Britannic so that it could operate as a hospital ship.
Hey, Ramblin', I have something cool to tell you.
Hmm.
I went when I was on holidays when I was 13. I went down to Cork in Cove, in a place called Trebalgan. And when I was there, they had the last dock. There was nothing special to it at that point. I'm sure there is now. But it was the last dock that Titanic was in the Republic before it headed up to Belfast.
Okay, that's pretty.
Yeah, it is. It actually is like it's a beautiful sight to see. Like you can see for miles in that, but yeah, you could imagine everyone there. But did you hear about the family? I mean, I'm sure something like this happened. Not this thing, but I'm sure someone said, "You know what? I'm not going." More than once.
Oh yes, that happened a lot actually, and that kind of led to the conspiracy theory because a lot of the people that said we're not going were very well-to-do, well-connected people.
I bet you anything that it was because it was 1912 that there were fears of, there's a couple of Germans on board or Prussians. So I'm not going on board with them because I'm not supporting Kaiser.
It was a lot of
anything.
The official report that they gave was they just had a bad feeling, bad mojo, and they didn't go.
I don't believe that. I believe that it was something else. Either they wanted a refund on their ticket, they didn't want to go, or something like that. But not the fact that they had bad mojo. It's just I just don't believe in. I here's something funny. I believe in God, but I don't believe in things like luck or bad mojo.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that one. But hey, listen, I'm waiting to see what happens with Titanic 2.
Oh, in 2022,
Yeah,
whether
they're
they'll
making
actually launch it. Well, see,
yeah,
did he actually
only
finish
problem-
it?
no,
they're gonna
it's
finish
being
it,
built.
though.
It's being built in China. Yeah,
that's
won't
not
that
gonna
fill
happen.
you with a whole bunch
Yeah,
of
the
reassurance?
human race
Yeah.
learning from its mistakes, right? Isn't that one of the things you learn in high school? You learn from your mistakes, you're doomed to repeat it. And we're actually making a Titanic 2. Like, yeah, okay.
Well, the Titanic 2 was supposed to be ready for the 100th anniversary, and it wasn't. It's had many false launch dates. The current one is sometime in 2022.
2022 was what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. The Blue Star Line is supposed to launch in 2022 with the Titanic 2. It's being built in China. Yeah, it's supposed to have already launched about 3 times now, and it hasn't done it. So
Yeah.
Is that like the guy who built Noah's Ark?
Oh, you would talk about Ken Ham?
Yeah, that twat.
Fuck
Oh, I
you,
know.
New Zealand, for sending him to us.
Is he from New Zealand?
Yes,
I thought he was American.
he's an. I think he's either an immigrant or.
Raised.
No, he was definitely raised there. He immigrated or is still here on visa or something like that.
Well, I'd say he emigrated because, I mean, he had the whole church thing and that. You know what I'd love to do? Just because I love weird things. I'd love to go to the Creation Museum and bring
Which
a science
one?
team. Oh, God.
You're
That's
talking
the
about
thing.
Andrews and Genesis's Creation Museum because there's also one in Glen Rose, Texas, which I was kicked out of.
Wait,
And one
wait,
actually
wait.
here in
Wait a
Southern
minute, wait a minute.
California.
We
that
need
I've been
this
kicked
story.
Be right back 1 minute.
Oh,
See-
when me and I go to Texas all the time to visit family.
Right.
Mhm.
And on one of the trips back, me and the Vile Child were driving through some of the back roads, and we saw that we were heading towards Glen Rose, Texas. It's the known as Dinosaur Valley. It's where they got a lot of the dinosaur footprints.
Okay.
Well, there's
Is that where Susan was found?
sorry, was that what?
I think it's Susan. Or Sue?
No.
The
No,
T-Rex.
it's not where she was found.
Okay.
But it is the one spot where we actually have a confirmed T-Rex footprint.
Oh, nice.
But there's a big museum right before you get to the national park. Because remember, the national park is actually run by the government. But there was a big thing that said, museum, dinosaur museum. So me and the Vile Child thought, oh, we'll stop by here first on our way in. And it turns out to be a creation museum. And we get there almost exactly when it opened because it opened at 10 o'clock. And we're like, oh, okay, we'll be the first ones in line. This is great. And when we finally realize, oh, shoot, this is a creation museum, I start going around and start telling her how they're wrong on every single one of their displays.
Yeah.
Now, to understand, not only we were the first two people in, we were the only two people in this museum.
Okay. Not hard
And-
to believe.
One of the people working there actually comes up to me, taps me on the shoulder, and says, "Sir, we can't have you talking like this. You're disturbing the other customers." And I looked around. And I said, "What other customers?" And at that point, they said, "Okay, we're going to ask you to leave, or we're going to call the police." And we got escorted out by a little guy in a plastic security badge. Me and at the time 6-year-old daughter got escorted out from a creation museum under the threat of calling the police.
And did you say to yourself that was one of the funniest memories that she's going to forget?
Well, she did enjoy the tourist trap that we went to next because it was one of those ones that had a bunch of dinosaur statues, and you got to actually play dig for fossils, which she enjoyed a lot more.
I'd love that.
But there's also a small creation museum here in Southern California and in my actual hometown of Santee. And
Okay.
I've been kicked out of there multiple times, including one time where I showed up dressed like Fred Flintstone.
So did you just get bored and go, you know what, I'm going to get kicked out of the Creation Museum today?
No, they had every once in a while they have like a free entry day to try to get people to buy the memberships to go in every time.
Uh-huh.
And me and a certain group of friends decided to all dress up as members of the Flintstones crew. We had a guy dressed as Barney, Betty, Bam Bam, Pebbles, and I was dressed as Fred Flintstone. And they just refused us entry and asked us to leave as well.
Oh, God.
But I'm
Over
trying
here-
to get in the spirit of things, lad.
Over here, they were asking people to not dress as priests because they were giving homeless people too much hope. I'm not messing. That's a thing. Because homeless people were going up to priests and asking them to pray for them, and these people were going along dressed as priests, and they're like, "Father, will you please pray for me?" They're like, Meanwhile, they were after having like 6 pints of Guinness and a load of cans. Like, please pray for me. I'm gonna pray that I can keep standing. Sure, let's go ahead.
All right. Got me some fish sticks.
What?
That reminds me of a joke. This guy stops his car, and this nun actually opens his passenger side door and gets in and says, "Oh, I've been waiting for this Uber for a while." And he just goes, "Okay, where to?" And she goes, "Oh, such and such area." And he's like, "Okay, I can take you there." And as they're driving along, they're talking, and he goes, "Well, is anything you regret about becoming a nun?" And she goes, "Of course, there's the whole thing. I've never actually had sex." And he goes, "I wouldn't mind trying it." And he's like, "Well, we'll have to do it in the butt because I need to remain a virgin." So they pull over, and sure enough, they get onto it. And afterwards, he goes, "Since you're a nun, I got to be honest with you. I'm not really your Uber driver." And she responds with, "Yeah, don't worry. I'm not really a nun. My name's Larry."
That's funny.
Oh god.
And there goes your stream, Captain Trek.
No, it went the minute that I came in.
Agreed.
No, but
all can agree on that one.
yeah. So I went to a school, and there was this Christian brother who was 101 years old when I was there. So he's probably dead now.
You think?
That's a good guess. Good guess.
And he walked with 2 sticks and he shuffled along. Right? And everyone called him Brother Schumacher. And because he was so slow, they said, and whenever anyone would pass him, they'd always go, meow. And someone said the funniest thing was this guy, he moved, and his dad went to the school when his dad was a kid, and his dad was like 60 years old or something, and he turned around and he looked and he went, "What?" He goes, "He was old when I was here." It's funny. Just that, it's like, yeah. Oh, so I went to the tuck shop, which is like this sweet shop in school. Oh god. And I asked for a can of Coke and a packet of crisps. He threw the crisps at me, and fear came over me when I looked up as he was taking aim at my head with a can of Coke. The presses behind me in the hallway across, they had a dent in it because students had ducked out of the way and the cans had hit, and all you'd hear on lunchtime was dum. And people going, "Hey, free Cokes." Aw, stole my Coke. I love stupid things about school. It was funny.
Anyone else confused about what crisps are?
Chips to you people.
Chips.
I know, I'm just fucking with them.
I know. But no, I'll make you really confused. I'm going to tell you a story of how stupid I was. So
Everybody sit down and
Whoa,
do a
whoa,
long
whoa,
one.
whoa, whoa. Hold on. Was?
Thank you. Thank you.
So they said, okay, they stopped cooking the lunches after the cook died. And they started ordering them in. So they gave you a raffle ticket with your number written on the back and your order. And you paid, and they sent off and they brought it in. My stupid ass thought it was a genuine raffle. And they used to call out the numbers and your name. So I went like 218, Dart Revan. So I got up, and I went up, and in front of 300 other students, I went, "Woo! I won my lunch." I thought that you entered a raffle every day to see did you win your lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. It was.
Oh boy.
I know, it was stupid. And yeah, I wasn't the brightest student. Sure, one time I ran out of class, ran down to the canteen, and it was 2 hours before lunchtime. And I had to slink my ass back up the stairs. Or else, what was the worst thing? If you go down the upstairs, the teacher makes you go back up the stairs. And he says, "What was your last class? And what floor was it on?" And if you say the wrong floor, he'd make you walk to it. So, I accidentally said one time, "What was your last class?" "History." "What floor?" "D floor." Standing down on the A floor, 2 flights between each floor. I had to walk up 10 flights of stairs. Go over the hallway and then down 10 flights of stairs. My teacher's like, "Why are you late?" "My principal's a dick."
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I was also taught religion for 2 years by an atheist.
There we go.
Yeah, it was
Well, in my
hilarious.
experience, they tend to know more about certain religions than people who actually are practitioners.
Well, we were in ethos, so we actually learned about other religions, which is actually quite interesting. Actually learning about like Shinto, Buddhist, things like that. I enjoy that.
Actually, I do too.
Yeah. But it was so funny because you could tell he just didn't want to be there. Like,
Are you sure
Yeah,
that wasn't just that group of students?
I'm sure it was one particular student.
That's what I was referring to.
No, I don't know how to say it without sounding insensitive. But we had a special needs student in our class.
You?
No,
Another one.
not another one. One. He had Down syndrome, and he was known for entertaining himself during class. So we got. I'll tell you the story that's going to kill LD. We got a new history and computer teacher because here every teacher teaches 2 things. Do they do that in America?
Not always, no.
Not always, but sometimes.
Okay, so our computer teacher was also our history teacher, and so he was there and he's like, "Okay, so today we're going to talk about AutoCAD." I forget everything he said. So he was there and he was talking about building the thing, and he starts handing out the books.
Right.
And he's there and he's like, "Okay, so this is." Starts listening. He's like, "What the hell is that?" Turns off the computers. You're looking around like, "What the fuck?" Stops speaking English, presumably cursing in Russian. Then you hear, when he stops, turns around, looks at the guy with Down syndrome, walks over, looks at where his hand in and goes, "Nyet, nyet, nyet, nyet," and just leaves the class and goes and gets his father. And he's there and he's like, look at what your son is doing in my class. I am not qualified for this." And then the next class, we were all there in history class. And he walked in and he's like, "Good morning." Okay. And he literally quit.
Oh, Lord.
We were in the middle of the class and the teacher just looked at this one student and was like,
I'm out.
yeah, bye. Boy, I'm not.
done. Check, please.
Yeah.
Oh
We don't-
man.
Yeah. We also had another teacher who killed herself.
Oh, my Lord.
She was
Good
our home ec
grief.
teacher. So for the entirety of our first year, we made scones.
All right, this might sound a little insensitive, but
Yeah.
how did she commit suicide? Did she put her head in the oven?
No, she slit her wrists.
Oh, He said
Yeah.
home ec teacher, so I just immediately thought,
Yeah,
I know. You were thinking the same thing. There was a rumor going around that she baked her head into a bun.
Oi.
Yeah, but no, it was really weird because her identical twin sister worked in the school as another home ec
Oh
teacher.
my god.
Yeah,
oh god,
and she took over her class, and we were just sitting there like, "Aren't you dead?"
I'm back. I'm
We went
back,
to your
baby.
funeral.
I'll be back.
Vile, this will give you all a laugh, especially you. We had a church in our school. Like a
Yeah.
fully
Ireland has an official religion, so I don't see is anything different.
yeah, no, it's unusual for schools. To have an actual fully functioning church, and they'd be like, you'd hear dee doo, but all the students from third year, fourth year, fifth, and sixth, please go down. And we're like, to the study hall, to the church.
No. Rabbit, we have plenty of schools in the United States that also function as churches because they're private schools.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
fact, when I was actually trying to be a teacher and trying to get my teaching credentials, the first two schools that were going to hire me, or at least offered to hire me, were both Christian schools.
You would have been a cool teacher.
Yeah, but I declined both of them because they were literally creationist, and they refused to actually teach because they wanted a biology teacher who would not teach actual biology.
Oh yeah,
Can
no, we
imagine.
were taught
Oh.
evolution. Yeah, we like no, it was actually literally it's mandatory in Ireland that evolution is taught, not creationism.
Well, that's how it is in the United States on all public schools, but on private
Yeah.
schools you can teach whatever the hell you want.
Nope, not here. There's a thing that it's like you have to teach certain things. So let's just say for talk's sake that you went to work in an atheist school, which they are. Right? So you go to work there and it's like, okay, you have to teach these three things. No matter what it is, you have to teach these three things. And I think one of them is like you have to teach not even belief, but just respect for the religions. Then another one, you have to teach the Irish language. So if you wanted to teach here, you'd have to speak the Irish language.
So
Okay.
Gaelic?
You know, it
Yeah.
really pisses me off how it's not one way or the other, and it's really fucking aggravating.
Oh, dude, I
like-
wanted to go and work in film, and I couldn't because I don't speak Irish. So I was banned from it because all film is through on board Planitia. So I couldn't. So because of that, my dream got stopped in the ass. Hey,
No, I'm-
Jeff.
Hey, Jeff Franklin.
What you were saying?
Yo. No, I'm just saying. I just really get pissed off. 'Cause it's like new people that are born and they ask the questions, what's going on, and they find out about religion. It's like it's either one way or the other. But what about the outside of the box thinking, right? So you either have you believe in God or you don't believe in God. What about the people that like, well, and I'm kind of like this. It's like as is religion. The answer to God is obviously not answered yet, so we don't know. So guess what? Let's figure it out. We haven't even figured out the answer yet, and we already have people who believe in it and people who don't. Where's the religion that says that's obviously the final answer and we're not there yet? We're not going to fast forward and skip. So let's start with who we are, where the hell we are, what the hell is going on, and let's figure out the answer. And not just try to fast forward and say God exists or God doesn't exist. It's quite obvious he left it for us to find out. You know what I mean?
I
Don't
think that's
actually
shit,
know.
though.
It kind of sounds like you're an agnostic theist or an agnostic atheist, one of the two.
There's no answer. I can't. Nobody can answer the question if there's God or not. Not atheists, not
Yeah,
Catholic, not nothing. The answer
That's
isn't. We don't have the proof
that's
yet.
an agnostic position.
Okay,
And I would never.
but you leave
force-
I leave the answer open. The answer is open. Okay, we got a whole universe to figure out. You know what my answer to God is? Science minus math equals God. That's one thing that I've that holds true for me right now. And once we figure out all the math and all the science, because we're just breaking ground right now. You know, we think we got technology and all this shit, and we figured out what wireless is and how suns work. We haven't touched
So
the surface yet.
you have more of a deistic belief.
No clue what that means. I'll have to look it up.
Deism is kind of like what the founding fathers had. It was an amorphous, non-hands-on type deity.
Okay,
Basically,
I can break it down like to this, and this is what I've done since the first day I realized I was a person. I told myself, you know what? Nobody has an absolute answer. So if I was God, what would I do? I would create a universe where you could figure out the answer yourself, but you got to figure it out. So the first rule of my religion is don't listen to anybody else's religion. Figure it out yourself and build it off yourself. Because if I was God and you were born, I would put all the clues in the universe itself for you to figure it out.
when I was growing up, I was always told by my grandfather, question everything, and if anyone tells you not to, then don't trust them.
Yeah, I mean, I just couldn't because I couldn't get a straight answer from anybody. You know,
See, that was my big problem. Is when I was growing up, I always asked too many questions to the point where I was kicked out of Sunday school because they said, he won't stop asking questions.
Exactly.
I was
like
kicked
that.
I was kicked out of religion class for asking questions because I really pissed off the priest teaching us because I said, so when Jesus was born, that meant that the Old Testament the old school was basically thrown out, and we started focusing on the new school, the New Testament. And he went, yes. I went, okay, then why do you hate gay people? And I went, well, I said, that's only in the Old Testament. None of it's in the New Testament. Why do you hate gay people if it's not basically canon anymore?
Because they have to have a group they hate.
Yeah. And I said to him, also, what got me kicked out of class was I said, also, Jesus clearly intended for Mary Magdalene and possibly a few other women to have the same as the guys, so get out. Okay.
And then I was just aggravated because every time you asked a question, you never got the answer you wanted. You always I always got like, okay, who's the first person? Well, that's Adam and Eve. And then if you try to ask any question to support, you're just getting, you're not getting the answer you want. And I was like, oh my God. And then what really pissed me off is the whole Jesus thing, right?
Okay.
If the Son of God is on the planet and they lynched him up on a cross to die, I don't give a fuck who you are. You would have to kill me to stop him from pulling him down and saving his life. But everybody sat there and watched.
But
like I refuse.
yeah,
so
but you have to
God
remember,
gave us his
people
son
have-
and we killed him and watched. I
But
refuse to
people-
believe that.
People always have been able to watch throughout ancient times people getting murdered.
Yeah.
I mean,
Whoa,
the
stop
United
you right
States,
there.
we have public
You said
hangings,
everybody.
public
I'm
education.
talking
Yeah.
about the Son of God. Not
But
talking
you
about
also
everybody.
Okay, if you know anything about the Council of Nicaea, then you know that he wasn't actually considered the Son of God until that point. So these people didn't actually see the Son of God. They just saw Rabbi who was preaching against government.
also, you also have to remember, dude, that death was a common occurrence.
I mean, like I said, I
You
wasn't
couldn't just
back
walk
then.
up.
The stories
No.
are watered down, told after told. It's like playing
Yeah,
operator.
but I'm not talking
I
about
wasn't
that
there, but-
specific story. What I'm saying is, historically, you also have to look at it from this point of view. Okay, he was a criminal, being executed in a criminal manner,
Mhm.
and the Roman Empire was there. there was guards there
Yeah, the
making
Roman
sure.
Empire was the de facto government.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and there was guards like legionnaires,
Yeah.
there making
Yeah.
sure he died. You could not get to him if you wanted to.
Yes, I could. No, it doesn't matter. You have to kill me. I still would have pushed
They
forward.
would kill you, and I'm
Exactly. Everybody should have been dead then. That's the whole point I'm trying to make.
But
yes.
the other issue too is if you go, depending on which depiction of the crucifixion you aspire to, in the Last Supper he basically says, I know this is coming, stand down, we have plans for you for later, but I have to walk this. So
And also,
in some ways they're watching this and they want to, but they can't because they respect his wish that no, this is something I have to do.
Yeah. Plus,
but
a
you're talking
large
about
amount of that
disciples only,
crowd.
though. I'm talking about the general public, and as far as I'm concerned, maybe I'm wrong, but it's if I remember correctly, the story and even the movies about Jesus and the story, like he was being advertised as the Son of God, not after he's died, before.
Can I tell you something interesting? I'm not trying to push my religion, but I'm just trying to tell you something interesting you might find. No, just
Jedi Bill, it's okay. It's okay.
Can we
okay.
Can we go back to talking about
Dragon Ball.
testicles?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but
Yes.
it's just, I just want to say this to
Booze
Yes.
nuts.
LD.
I
If
was-
you, every single Catholic church has carvings of the story on the walls. If you want
Yes.
to look at it,
Yeah.
so if you want to see what happened, then they have the carvings on the wall, so you don't have to read it. But then I'd say go and do a bit of research if you want.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, I have a problem
Oh, God.
talking about Trek. No, Trek question.
Viagra. That's my.
That's your son. That's how
Okay.
you-
No,
So-
that's my potential answer or a solution to your problem.
no. Okay, NX.
Plastic
Okay.
surgery.
NX class ship. What about it?
Okay, so I understand the Enterprise being launched, but my thing is the way I think is the Enterprise is the prototype. Fine, grand, whatever. When they were building the Columbia, why didn't they not build 10 other ships and send all of them at once with the Columbia?
Because
Lost me.
think about how modern ships are made. Even then, not every docking facility that actually is able to produce the ships is going to be able to produce every type of ship available.
Yeah.
So they probably had one shipyard able to produce an NX class ship, and if it was successful, after that they'd build more shipyards to build more ships. But in the meantime, it would be easier to build a second ship using the original facility.
Yeah, I mean they could have just said, "Oh, we built this one in the Utopia Planitia, this one on Earth, and this one on the lunar base." You could have, instead of saying, "Oh, they're all built in
Yeah,
San
but-
Fran,"
You'd have to build the shipyards first at each of those facilities.
but they had them.
Yes.
They didn't have them.
Well, they had ships.
They had ships, but not ones that could produce an NX class.
Yeah, those
True.
ships were smaller. They were cargo vessels, and they weren't NX class at all.
I also have a weird
You can't
theory.
build the Titanic 2 in a factory that makes steamboat or makes fan boats or whatever.
I also have a weird theory since Picard.
All your theories are weird.
Oh,
I know. Okay, so you know
So you
the.
can't say you have a weird theory. You say you have another weird theory.
Okay, I have another weird theory. Okay, you know Spock from the JJ universe, not the young Spock. I mean old Spock, who shows up.
I don't
Yeah.
know him personally, but I know who you're talking about.
yes.
I don't think he's our Spock.
What?
I think
old
he's
one,
from
ours.
Yes, the old one. I do not think that he's from the Prime universe,
I mean,
the main canon. I don't think he's that Spock.
I guess. I mean, obviously, that Trek isn't original canon anyway, so
No.
anything goes.
But okay. So what I'm saying is, remember when he said the Hobus star?
Mhm.
Yeah, the Hobus star wasn't the one in current canon that exploded. So therefore, my thinking is that in his reality, it was the
Yeah,
Hobus
but-
star.
But you're connecting the wrong show to Picard.
I'm not. No. I'm not connecting. No,
Damn
I'm
it,
just
Jim.
saying. I'm not doing that with Discovery because that thing does not exist. But the only reason why I'm saying this is because he said the Hobus star, while in Picard it's a different star.
Yeah, but again, you're connecting the wrong event.
Okay.
Okay, forget JJ. Take JJ out of the equation.
Okay.
Go back and watch Nemesis.
Yes.
That's all you need to know between Nemesis and Picard. Take JJ out.
Yes, but the star still exploded.
There was still
Yes,
even
Jedi
Picard.
Bill, I am still here.
Picard
I'm
show-
still listening.
Oh, go ahead, Captain Trek, if you want to chime
No,
in. It is
I
your
would
turn.
like please. I would like you to continue, Vile Mike.
Well, I'm just saying, in Picard, they still said that there was a supernova.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think the point ends up being moot.
Yes, it is.
I know,
But the I guess where I'm trying to go with that is it's not JJ that's not the movie it's supposed to line up with. It's supposed to line up. Whether it does or not, we can argue till the cows come home.
Right.
But where it's supposed to line up is Nemesis,
Yeah.
not JJ.
Okay. Speaking about lining up,
Oh Lord,
I-
no.
What?
No more. No more.
I think Enterprise is in a different timeline.
Well, actually, we're going to be talking about that later. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, Darth Revan, you could join. You could join tomorrow night on my channel when
Okay.
Captain Trek forces me to watch Enterprise.
Dude,
I'll be
let me
there.
know when you're watching it, and we'll. Hey,
9 p.m.
no.
The
What
review will be 9 p.m. Eastern.
what I'm saying is,
Well,
we could
6
Netflix party
6
it.
o'clock, I might be doing a live stream because the Vile Child wants to.
Cool.
Oh, cool. So, has she
8
been playing
o'clock
Animal
Central.
Crossing?
No, she's still playing Skyrim and something else on her Switch that I can't remember.
Yeah, me and Captain Trek's friend, she's she's been playing Animal Crossing all the time.
Oh my.
And she doesn't she both loves and hates the game.
And
So technically,
sorry.
the events.
Okay, I told this theory to Trek ages ago.
Yes.
And you know the ancient Bajoran city?
Okay, hold
Oh,
on.
yeah.
But before you
What?
go on this, because I think I've
Yes.
heard this one. Captain Trek, I'm gonna have to bow out. My knee is swollen up pretty
yes,
bad.
you need to-
I can't sit any longer. So
right, you need to get up. or,
I'm gonna
you need
get
to
up
take
and
care of
lay
yourself.
down and stuff.
Yes.
But I
So
tried
good
to
to have
stick
you
out
on.
as
Scream
long
into a
as
pillow.
as long as I could.
right.
So damn it. Yeah. So I gotta
Have
get
the
up
boy
and
help
mobile.
you.
Yeah. All right, take her easy. I'll be listening on YouTube, but I
Okay.
gotta bow out for a while.
Certainly.
Okay, peace out, dude.
But you good?
Okay, so, but I think that the prophets are actually ascended Bajorans.
Oh yeah, I believe that too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because they're from Bajor.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are of Bajor. They've
yeah.
already
They use
stated
the old royal term for saying from being from a place of, like, it'd be like So I'm doing genealogy, and a lot of my ancestors in older times described themselves when, like, with the first and last names, but of somewhere. Like one of my ancestors in the 1600s described himself as he's like, I'm Robert de Neville of Limerick,
Yeah.
not from
Yeah, yeah.
Limerick, of.
Yeah.
And
I thought sorry.
but I think that they're actually the Bajorans from that ancient Bajoran city.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What, Bahala?
Mahalo.
Yes.
Yes.
Valhalla.
And the only reason I remember that is because I had a card of the painting back when I played Star Trek CCG.
Hey guys, do you play Star Trek Online?
I used to. I haven't played in over a year.
I spent $100 on the collector's edition until it went free. And by the way, it was a shitty ass game. Who makes a space game where you can't move in 360 degrees?
Well, you can now.
Oh my god, you can
Yeah,
now.
you can
What?
now.
Yeah, you
What?
can move. Yeah, you can move in 360 degrees now.
You're effing kidding me. When did this happen?
About the same time it went free because
Yes.
Bro, I
Yeah.
was called a troll on the freaking forums when I bought this game, and I'm like, you have to spiral up like a roller coaster just to turn the F around.
Dude,
I'm like, are you effing kidding me?
I'm going to tell you something. If you remove your warp core and you remove your impulse engine and you go in reverse, you drift.
Right.
Yeah,
Dude,
you can
and
go
then-
in 300.
That wasn't my
yeah.
only thing I had a problem with that game because there was a few things. One
Okay.
was there was no 360. Second was there was no way to fail a mission. You go to
There
a
is.
mission, it says accomplish this before the asteroid hits the planet, and I just stood there for like an hour, 2 hours. The asteroid ain't moving. There's no.
They now
planet
have
blowing
missions with
up. I'm like,
counters
what
on
the
it.
hell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
impossible
most
to lose.
games
You die,
nowadays
come
are
back.
made so you can't fail.
That's
Yeah,
horrible. That pissed me off. And then the night, because I had beta or whatever it was, they gave you early access. And then the night before it went live for everybody else, they unleashed the Borg across the entire board. It was the most fun I had in my entire life. And then after that, it sucked. STO sucked. I hated it. Every sucking minute of it. Horrible game.
well,
Yeah, I
there's-
basically stopped playing right before they did the whole big discovery thing.
God. And
Yeah.
now they fixed it. They find, you know what? Oh, yeah. I wonder who the fuck. Oh, God. I'm sorry.
You have to remember when it first came out, though, it was not Atari, Cryptic that was
Yeah.
managing everything, and they just did a
Yep.
shitty job.
Yeah, they did.
yeah. Now
But
it's
the thing
art.
that pissed me off was people was defending the one thing that didn't make sense, the 360. People were defending it.
Oh,
People,
dude,
were,
no,
people were arguing with me. I'm like, how are you arguing with me? Set course 248 by 180. You cannot do that.
yeah, no. Basically, you can go to DS9 now.
That's cool. I know you could go to I remember going to Romulus and you saw the
Yeah,
you saw
I
the
have.
leftover monument where the planet was and the destroyed planet. That was cool.
So-
Some parts.
So
were
you
awesome.
haven't seen the whole massive map overhaul that happened like 3 years ago.
No, like I said, I stopped playing about 6 months in.
Dude, they gave you a
Oh,
free
wow.
rank up to level 65.
And I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
I,
was
still
actually-
have my account too if I relog back in. I mean, I paid
Well,
for the-
what I was going to say is, if you want one night, do you want to play Star Trek Online with me and my friend? Because she wants to get back into it. I just got back into it, and that.
I mean, yeah, sure. I guess I can install it, but you have to wait for my new computer though, man. Friday.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
Well,
yeah,
if you
I
wait
can't
till
play on this thing.
yeah, well then, how about this? Because I'm, I'll play and that. But when I get my new one in August, I know it's a ways off, but still, we'll really get into it.
Yo, I'm totally down. And since I had the collector's edition, and I bet you they ruined this and they gave it to everybody. But I was supposed to have like the special Constitution class that nobody
Oh,
else
no.
was supposed to
Nope.
have. Let me guess, they gave it to everybody.
Nope.
All right,
No,
sweet.
you-
So at least I have something cool.
Yeah, even I have a ship that no one else can get because
Same.
what they did like a 3-day event to get the Odyssey class.
Oh yeah.
So I have the free shitty version, but there's like one you can pay $20 for. There's 3 different versions that you can pay $20 for.
Yeah,
And I don't have any of those, but I got the shitty one.
I
That was-
want to get the
no
good
one else
one.
can get
I
anymore.
actually have a Fleet Dreadnought. No, sorry, it's a Fleet Yeah, it's called the Fleet Dreadnought Galaxy class. It's basically the top tier Galaxy class that you can get.
Nice.
I have I have a fleet Prometheus class called the Epimetheus.
Any good?
It's basically the way I have it set up is a giant glass cannon.
Right.
So I can go in and I can destroy any base. Like I destroyed Borg cubes in a single hit. But as soon as they fire back, I need to like run my ass off, or else I will be destroyed.
Yeah, my ship, I've got like all its 4 weapons are all double-barreled phaser rays.
Yeah, I don't have those aren't compatible with my ship.
Well,
I
I've
would
got a
like
lot
to
of.
check it out, man. But I was really wishing they would have made a Star Trek online game, but make it more like Eve. Eve was exciting.
I would love a Star Trek Online game set with modern graphics, modern gameplay, where you could. Oh yeah, like where say for talk's sake, me and Foyle get into a fight, right?
Yes.
And we're fighting each other and we do damage. We have to go to a space dock to repair.
Yeah, like
And
Eve.
you
Yeah,
I see the damage. Like if he does it tactically, like let's say he's in a Defiant and I'm in an Odyssey. I may be stronger, but I'm slower. So if he goes faster and he gets close to me, he could cut off one of my nacelles. Or else if I get far enough
Yeah, but
away
if they made it that realistic, if you lost in a cell, depending on the type of ship you have, you wouldn't be able to get back because you couldn't make a stable warp field.
No, but you could do some gamey bull crap.
magical
Like-
bullshit device.
Yeah, like now every single ship, no matter what your starting level is, if you transport back to the solar system, you'll from wherever you are, you'll immediately go and open up a quantum slipstream and just go through it. But you can't do that any other time.
My beacon wormhole generator.
Yeah, pretty fucking much on a fucking Miranda class. The starting ship.
Don't get me started, man.
Well, it was the Miranda class that actually got my ship the name. The reason my ship is called the Epimetheus was my first ship they give you is a free Miranda, right?
Mhm.
Well, I didn't like the design of the Miranda that much, so mine was actually like a kit bash of a Centaur / Miranda.
Right.
Right, same here,
I
something like
figured
that.
it was like a Dominion War kit bash that they made and didn't have a good name for it, and I couldn't come up with a good name for it, so I actually called my ship the Afterthought because I was like, "Oh, it was named after a thought." Well,
My ship is not in English.
Oh, by the
Well,
way,
hold on,
Yeah.
let me finish. If you fast forward until when I become an admiral and I get my first Prometheus class, I wanted a badass name for my Prometheus class.
Yes.
So I googled Prometheus and I find out he has a brother, and his brother is Epimetheus. And one of the Prometheus is the god of the forethought. Epimetheus is literally the god of the afterthought.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, that's the name of my ship.
that's funny.
My
I like
ship
that. I
Hey,
like
is-
that.
All right, real quick, when you were talking about the Bajorans and being the ancient Bajorans, was I thought that was canon. Like I was already, I
No.
thought that's what they were talking about, like the way they talked. So that was cemented in my head. I knew the prophets were ancient Bajorans,
Yeah.
especially when they said like the Bajorans had like warp drive way before the Cardassians and whatever the heck and all that other stuff. But here's a thought that I had that wasn't actually they hinted to it, but I don't think anyone actually thought of it, that the Klingons were
Yeah.
the original Jem'Hadar.
No.
Oh.
Remember,
Wait,
because they said they didn't when they got to the Gamma Quadrant, they had an original Jem'Hadar.
No.
And that the Klingons killed their gods
Yeah.
because they were
I
too greedy
think-
and stuff.
Here. I think that the Klingons were the ones who chased the founder who found the bloody
Yeah.
Vorta.
Yeah, totally. I can see that.
I don't see it because it takes place in 2 different parts of the galaxy.
What are you talking about? The freaking dinosaurs
Dude.
went from the Delta Quadrant from the Alpha Quadrant.
Yeah, but we're still talking about the Gamma Quadrant and the Alpha Quadrant.
Yes.
Oh.
So you're talking about one species that had millions of years to go to the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah,
you're talking
and we're,
about-
And you're talking about another
Klingons.
species that had a wormhole to get there.
yeah.
I
mean,
still don't. I that just you're going
not
in.
only that,
too
the
far for me.
Klingon space is right there next to Bajoran space. Not that far. It's in the same area.
And also,
Well,
who's to say
In
that the
Star Trek,
Klingons came
everyone
from?
is next to everybody.
Oh, okay, I'm not saying it's canon. I'm not saying it's true. All I'm saying is
No.
if you listen to what the story is about the ancient
There
gods.
is-
First of all, the Klingons call them ancient gods. Second of all, they said they chased them away. They killed them. You know what I mean? And then there was something I'm just trying to remember
The Herc.
that
I
hinted.
think that the Herc were the Jem'Hadar.
I could believe the
I don't know
Herc
about
with the
that,
Jem'Hadar,
yeah,
but not the Klingons.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm saying that the Herc, because wouldn't it be cool if, like, say for talk's sake, you see a Federation Klingon officer, and he's calm, collected, but he's still like Worf, and then you see a Jem'Hadar in the future, and he's there, and he goes, "We were not always known as the Jem'Hadar. Our ancient race, we were known once in our own tongue as the Herc," and he just pulls out a knife, and he's there, and they're like, "Why?" He goes, "I will kill the Herc."
Yeah, I don't know. I thought they looked similar too. I thought there was an interesting theory.
See, I don't think the Jem'Hadar taught enough about their past to actually know that they were the Herc, if that was true.
No, but okay. So I had this idea. What you could do
Well,
is,
as interesting as these ideas are, we really aren't talking about canon anymore.
No.
We are talking about, fan
yeah,
fiction.
Fanon.
yeah, Fannin. But if I was doing what I was saying I could do, what might be cool is, so say after the Dominion War, that there's the Odo influences the founders.
Right.
Yep.
And they then view, because of being seen the subjugation of the Bajorans, they then view themselves, they're like, oh shit, yeah, fuck, we're doing this. So they then release the Jem'Hadar, and they stop engineering them. So, what I mean is, instead of not growing them, but they then unlock their full genetic code and remove their addiction in the thing and let them be real beings. So then when you see an Odyssey class on its way through the wormhole before it heads to the Delta Quadrant, it meets in with another new ship, and they're looking and they're like, what's this? And it goes, this is the Jem'Hadar. And they're like, what? And you see a female Jem'Hadar with a pregnant belly, and she goes, oh, we're not the same species that we used to be back during the Jem'Hadar War. The Vorta are, but we're not. We're free. Do it kind of. Go ahead.
That's
Have
an
you
interesting.
guys ever read any of the? Sorry for interrupting. Any of the books about like the post DS9 books?
No.
Not yet. I did.
Never mind
I did see the one about the what was it? The mirror universe with about the Borg. Had something to do with DS9, I guess. And the Borg mirror universe doesn't have a queen. It has a Borg king. And the Borg are a lot more relentless. Definitely not new dude like in Picard.
Wasn't Data also a Borg in the Mirror Universe?
I don't think so.
No, I've seen covers of Data, and he looks fucking Borg.
I don't know what to tell you about that.
Well,
one.
you'll have to look into that then.
You know what
Yeah.
I find too, guys? Hey, does anyone I've been trying to search for some like Picard images in Google, And I don't know if this is Google censoring or what, but I cannot find an image of E-Chip's eye being ripped out. They seem to grab to every single frame, but the actual frame of him getting his eye pulled out. How is that now possible?
Why don't you just pull it yourself?
I am. I've been looking for it. I've been trying to
Hold on.
search
I'm talking
this
about
thing for
doing-
weeks.
I'm talking about just ripping the episode itself.
Oh no, I could, of course. What I'm trying to say is, isn't that like weird? Wouldn't you think that would be the first thing fans grab? Was like,
That is-
you know,
Not really, because Google's hides a lot of the more gory stuff.
well, that's when I turned
From a lot of
safe search off, and I mean, even if I use DuckDuckGo, let me try that.
Well, remember, it also has to do with the amount of people actually posting that, and maybe some people are trying not to alienate their subscriber base or whatnot, or their traffic from posting that specific.
Some might
image.
be, but this is the internet. We're talking about everybody. There's got to be someone who wants to see that.
Yeah, but remember,
Wait, is
Google
it-
goes by the majority.
This is true.
Are you looking for it with his eyeball gone, like just the eye
No, like
socket?
with the eyeball coming out. Just any scene with his eyeball like being ripped out. And then Google,
I don't know.
I can't
I
seem
only
to
saw
find
the
it.
episode once, so I'd have to watch it again.
They have a lot of pictures, but they don't have the one picture. Yeah, I'm on DuckDuckGo, and the closest I can get is the needle going into the eye, but that doesn't even look like E-Chip. That looks like a game. Let me turn safe stop off. Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to make that note if anybody else was curious.
Well, I found an after picture.
Yeah, I
I
found
found-
an after picture with his eye already removed. Yes, I did see that one, but not during. And I just thought that was weird. Like you can look up
that's-
Google anything, and this is one thing I just can't find.
Okay, I'll ask you a question. How long do you think before we hear Kennedy's gone?
Don't know. Don't care.
Kennedy, what are you talking about?
Kathleen Kennedy, Star Wars.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but guys, it's been a wonderful
It
thing.
has been nice having you all on. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. You two
so-
should hang around. You two should pop around my Discord because it'd be a laugh there at times.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. You
So
two as
anything
well,
coming
Mike.
up on your channels, Mike?
Sorry, I muted myself. What'd you say?
I said anything coming up on your channels? Your channel?
As I said, the Vile Child and I might do a stream tomorrow because she really likes doing them. Other
Yeah.
than that, nothing. I can't really work on anything right now because my work schedule has been nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you, LEG? Are you working on anything, or just? I know you're doing tech support.
Yeah, no, right now I'm waiting until Friday for my computer, but what I have been working on is some content material. I'm working on a new intro, just some
Nice.
media to fluff out my my channel.
Okay.
And, but yeah, you're not gonna really see anything until at least Friday, which I will be doing a stream to show off my new computer and push it to
Awesome.
the limits.
Hey, what do you think of would you say, because in August I'll only have about $1,000 to get a computer, would that be enough for like to pay like say stuff like Destiny and shit like that?
Yes and no, but if you can get a good like 1,300, might be better.
1,300?
Yeah, I mean to build a custom machine, I could do something with 1,300.
I've
1,000's cutting it close.
Well, are you
I
talking
got-
about €1,000 or 1,000
Euro.
Yeah, you're talking about euro, then that's a whole.
Yeah,
other
€1,000
story.
is about $1,300. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I could do something absolutely, but then again, I'm here, you're there.
There's a place, Curry's PC World, which is
Mhm.
like our country's top computer store.
Uh-huh.
Right.
and that's where I'm going to order because I'm not building. Because I mean, I don't trust myself with little fine details because I've got slight wobble in my hand, so I
Mhm.
don't do fine details.
What I
Right.
can do is when you're ready to get a computer, just hit me up and
I will.
We can go over what your options are as far as where to buy it from and whatnot. So you make sure you don't buy a dud.
Oh
And
yeah.
he'll
Over
make
the
sure that you
specs.
get the right kind you need
Absolutely.
with the right specs, and
Exactly.
Yeah.
focus on the most important things.
What
So-
I need, this is going to sound stupid. What I need is a DVD and Blu-ray player
What was that last bit? DVD what?
and Blu-ray.
Oh, that's easy enough. That's like $50.
Just go for a Blu-ray player. It
Yeah,
plays
just go
both.
for it. Plays both. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I thought that a lot of
If-
Blu-ray players I've bought, like home Blu-ray players, only play Blu-rays.
No, that's because you bought the brand name home residential version. PCs are
Right.
more involved.
Technically,
because-
all Blu-ray players can read DVDs. It's
yeah,
just that,
exactly. It's not the other way around.
the Blu-ray. One of the reasons it's called blue is because it uses the blue laser as opposed to a red laser like DVDs.
Mhm.
Mm.
And you
Right.
do digital programming, and you actually have to have something in the laser to actually reduce its power.
Mhm.
And they tend not to put that reducer in there.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, because so I've got this plan. I'm going to be doing on my Discords. I'm going to be doing a movie night, and I've got like a couple of hundred DVDs, and I'm going to be getting a couple of more Blu-rays and things like that, just for a laugh, for like people who are just like guys on that, just chill out, just watch
Yeah.
movies. Yeah,
Like, are you gonna
Well,
be
I'm
ripping them, or are you
definitely
just gonna
looking
play
forward
'em?
to that. You'll have
Yeah.
to let us know when that's coming up.
I will.
Sweet.
And well, like I said, thank you again for joining me. And
Yeah.
you all have a good night.
You as well. Night,
You
dudes.
too, man. Thanks for letting us talk over you the last 3
Absolutely.
hours.
Well, it's not been the entire time. I've had my say. I like being entertained too.
That's what she said.
Have a good
Move
one.
along home.
Night.
Thank you. Take it easy, buddy.